It says we are on live. What's going on, YouTube? We are live again. If you're watching this and you can actually see the beginning, it's probably because you watched it after the fact. So thanks for hitting that thumbs up button, and make sure you subscribe to those guys down there in the corner somewhere that you can see them. So here to tell you who they are would be Rob.
Me tell who are?
Yeah, just tell them who you are.
Oh, I'm Rob. Everybody knows me and who's on here. So yeah. And then we got that other guy over there.
That other.
Devin G.
Did you ever see that movie Mean Girls?
Yes.
You know that guy Kevin G when he does that song? Oh, Kevin G. That's what I always when I think.
Now I know what you think of me. How do you really feel, Rev?
That guy was smooth.
All the fun stuff. So what's going on out in the world today?
I finally, after a while of procrastinating, I tossed my ahi. I'm going to upload that video later.
Tossed it?
Yeah. Just the whole bucket and everything.
It gave up the ghost. Okay, Charles, it's colder. Are you going to tell me it's down to 70 degrees or something?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that.
Who, me? Oh, I guess we're talking about me, huh?
Well, Silver Burst says it's colder. So, it got up to whole, 45 here today. Yeah, I can deal with 55.
I got real cold
saw
here.
46 on the way to Mankato.
All right. Well, in that general area then. I wish I could have weather like that in the middle of winter. It's one thing I miss about going to Georgia during the winter. Oh, well. I'd rather stay here, though.
Yeah, it was real cold here. But,
yeah, what, 78?
Well, I turned the heat on for the first time. No, I turned the heat to 72 because the house was just keeping a consistent 70, and I was not happy with that. I don't know what it is outside, but it's 60-something.
Ah.
Well, I got my sweatshirt on, man. I'm freezing.
Come visit me in February. I'll show you what cold is.
Oh. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'll show you what cold is.
I see JT's big snow drifts that he has. They're like 10 feet tall. Heck with that.
I don't know. It was 46, and I was just in a sweatshirt today.
Yeah.
For most of the day because the sun was just right.
Yeah, it was raining all day here too, Anthony.
We had sunny skies.
Nah, I was gonna make a video like at like 3 o'clock, but it was so dark out that it looked like it was after sunset. So I was like, heck with that idea.
See, I even showed on my video today. Yep, it's bright sunshine outside.
Yeah. But you also said it was like 30 degrees.
Yeah.
Ouch.
There we go.
And Charles, how were they?
Yeah, I missed that. I saw that video, but I didn't click on it yet. That's on my list of videos to get to. I'm willing to bet the XRSO or whatever that's called is a lot hotter because that's what I've been hearing from everybody.
I've been hearing both of them are hot, but not one hotter than the other.
This is interesting.
I heard. There you go. You know, I'm like I said, I totally want to watch that. I saw it come through my feed and I didn't have a second to watch it, but no, that's on my list of videos that I need to watch before it disappears out of my feed. And that's what I've heard. I like a little while back when The Last Dab first came out, I started watching everybody with all their videos of The Last Dab. And that's what everybody was saying, like, wow, that's pretty darn hot. But X, whatever that thing's called, XRSO or whatever, is much hotter. And like that's what everybody said. It was like across the board, at least with the videos I watched. So maybe XRSO has a campaign going on right now. Free bottle if you say ours is hotter. That's a good idea. I've been really interested with that last dab stuff, but I don't know. It's like $20 a bottle. I can't go that high.
I can't justify that either.
Nah.
No. Yeah, hot sauce.
Yep.
Last dab is super thick, and you get that mustard and turmeric. Okay. I don't mind mustard and turmeric. I can take it or leave it.
Oh,
Well,
Charles says, I bet a lot of the pepper lover community sauces are as hot as the last dab. I'm willing to bet that.
so, is Silverburst part of the Google Hangouts? And got a camera and a microphone? Could maybe invite them on, and we could hear firsthand.
You want to come on, Charles?
Yep. Dramatic pause, waiting for the delay to come back.
Yeah, to get no camera. Darn.
So, in case anybody's
You got a
wondering,
microphone though?
Yeah, that would work.
I've been eating Smarties powder. Right before the show, my tablet fell over and smashed all of my Smarties that were in a pile to dust.
Ew. Ah, darn. Well, we tried, Charles.
It's so cold here. I have this pit bull warming me up.
And I bet she's good for that. Well, if it's a smartphone, you could log into Google Plus or Google Hangouts.
Yep.
Get the app there and do it through there, like Dave and Trollforge do.
Well, I use my tablet. Seems to work a lot better than my laptop anyway, for some reason.
Yeah. I haven't tried it with my iPad yet, but yeah, I hardly ever use that thing anymore.
I don't think I've used my tablet for much. Much of anything, actually.
Well, I went to turn mine on the other night. Battery was so dead that it wouldn't even turn on. It took it like 12 hours to charge it up to full again.
Yeah, and you used to play that all the time.
Charles hasn't talked back. Huh?
What's that?
I interrupted you.
No, go for it.
I forgot what I was going to say. Charles didn't write back, so I'm wondering if he's thinking about the phone or the tablet and trying it.
He'll let us know. But with my tablet, I just play solitaire on it.
Yeah, I have a few games that I play on it. When the store first opened and we didn't have a TV, that's what I did in my spare time, is just sit and play games on it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ouch.
I use my phone a lot for that.
Huh?
I used my phone a lot for that, playing games when the store first opened.
Yeah. And Charles says, I had to do the review twice, though. I forgot to hit record the first time.
Yeah, I haven't done that. I usually hit record, look at it, make sure it's recording, wait a couple seconds because I know I'm going to edit it anyway and chop the first part off anyway because I hate hearing that click thing. So,
Hmm.
nice. You sound like me with the Allegheny City Farms hot sauce challenge. I totally screwed up and didn't keep it in my mouth for like 15 seconds or whatever the whole beginning thing was. And I ended up like doing 3 teaspoons, or I guess that's a whole tablespoon.
Yeah.
Oops.
Hmm.
All right. I'll be back in a moment.
Man, that quick already.
Yeah, I got something. I'll be right back.
So yeah, I don't think Allegheny City Farms hot sauce is hotter than the last dab, but or did you mean wait, no, you meant 2 of each. Okay. What's up, Cali 420?
What's going on?
Just talking to Charles, who just did the last dab, but did a comparison between that and that other really hot stuff that I can't see in the chat, and then realized he didn't hit the record button, and then had to do it again. Ouch. Johnny Scoville is not human. He is some weird alien that has been put here to think that we can do things that we can't. That's the only answer I have on Johnny Scoville. He's just not human. He's like some weird robot or something. I don't know.
Watching your new pepper Rev, they're looking really good.
What's that?
Your last pepper video you uploaded.
Oh my, yeah, yeah. Oh, they keep getting better and better every single, like every other day. Just seems they like just burst off with new stuff popping off every other day. I think it's because like they sense it's starting to get colder and they're like, oh man, hurry up. It's the end
Gotta
of the
get this
trip,
done.
man. See what we
Yeah,
can do.
making that final push.
Yep. Hurry up. The genetics depends on it. Push, push, push.
No, I'm hoping with the seeds that I've gotten from the pods Rob's given me, I'll get a few plants out of it. Do some indoor growing for the winter.
Yeah, use Mark's trick where you soak them in water. I believe the ones that sink are the ones that are good. The ones that float are the ones that aren't going to be viable. I believe that's the way it goes. Pretty sure
I'll
because
ask
they absorb the water
Google
and
or
then they
something.
fall.
Be like, what's that seed trick?
I'm definitely doing that because, like I said publicly a bunch of times, I had like 1,000 seeds I put down last year, and I have like what 30 plants, something like that. So I was like
Mm-hmm.
really unsuccessful on the, and it wasn't, well, there's tons of different variables. I was doing tons of different things. Some of them were in the kitchen, some of them were on a heat mat, some of them were in a different room. Some, like I had like all these different variables going on, but and different. And it wasn't like they were all my seeds because I was hoping it would be that, and then I'd be like, oh, I really suck at saving seeds. It's all my fault. But it was like seeds I got from other people, like like a lot of different people. It was like
Hmm.
I think like 8 or 9 different people that I got seeds from. So it wasn't just one, thing. But I blame it all on me. I just suck at getting seeds up.
Well, you think you would have got something out of that many different areas and test spots. At least you'd think one out of every or something would have done something.
Yep. I think my heat mat, which I used for a lot of the seeds, I think that thing runs way too high.
Mm.
I should plug it back in and check the temperature, but I'm willing to bet that thing's up there like 90, like close to 100 degrees, where I'm pretty sure it should be about 80.
So you're thinking it might be more or less cooking the
Yeah, I
roots
think
and
it just
stuff.
like burned them up, or not even burned them up, just dried them out, you know? But Charles says he was at 85% on his germination. I was
Foam board.
Yeah, I would have all kind of different things. So I had my like egg cartons I was using, and I would like put things underneath of it, like Jenga blocks, and like stack it up over top of it, so it would just like catch residual heat because it's an egg carton. And if I put the egg carton on there, there's only so much soil in there. It's gonna dry out like, before I could even, if I went to the store and came back, it'd be dry. But
Yeah.
no, I tried that, and I don't know. Just gave me a lot of things to think about for this year. So when I'm ready to start throwing down some seeds, which should be like right now, I'm gonna have a bunch of different ideas.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm debating how I'm gonna get mine going. I think I'm gonna probably start with solo cup.
That was one of my favorite was double solo cup with a baggie over top of it and on a heat mat. And I did that. I got a good amount that popped up off of that. But I also did not get a bunch of them that popped up on that.
So it was really hit or miss regardless.
The 10, I don't exactly know what a 1020 tray is. Is that by 10 by 20 or you absorb some of the heat?
Maybe he's wondering if he used 1,020 trays.
On one heat mat. Just stack them right on top of each other. No, I did. I used the regular old what's that stuff called? The Jiffy Pot or whatever, the little greenhouse domes. I used the big, like regular, big one. I used that. I used eggshell cartons. I used the double cup with the baggie over top of it. I think that's all I used.
Seen it?
No, there was some just double cups, no bag on them.
Okay, because yeah, I was gonna say I've never done that. Usually I just kind of trim around the bottom of it in like four places, and then I'll just set it in like a dish and just kind of water the dish every so often. Like wet the soil so the seed gets wet, but then I'll just kind of go through and touch up the dish every once in a while so it doesn't stay over wet, but it can kind of have some water get into the seed. And I've had plants not have many issues from that. That's how I did my ahi originally, and then the two that are growing at the shop right now that I think they might have been on today's video finally, but they've been in the back of the shop forever.
Yeah, they're right in the front window on the right side.
Something like that. Depends on which door you're coming in.
Well, if you're coming from the back.
Yeah, from the videos, it'd be the right side.
Yeah, Susan. Rob's here. He just stepped out. I think his dog was demanding attention. Always got to let him out.
He is the
Um,
boss.
the Murph man. Charles said it holds 12 six-cell trays. That's a lot. And I don't think I have one that big. I think 6 cell. No, I think I have the 6 one. And then Brian said square solo cups on the bottom and a round solo cup inside works great, gives them space at the bottom. That's a good idea. I never thought of that. I'm really cheap. I just get the regular round ones, and I'm like, just drill a bunch of holes in the bottom of them.
Why not?
Now that makes a lot of sense, especially because as I look over there, they're leaning over. The only thing that keeps them from falling off the kitchen windowsill is each other. They're all just like kind of holding each other up, but the plants are actually like leaning out. But where I was going with that, but
Solo cup stability. One cup inside the other. More space at the bottom. Yeah.
Well, I've been putting spacers in the bottom of them, just like regular like plastic spacers, like you would use for like bolts. Like 2 inch or something like that. I just drop them in the bottom there, and but no, there's a lot of root mass in there. Actually, I need to move them into better conditions. Maybe I'll make a video about that.
See, now when I'm taking them out of red solo cups, I'll just snip the top on two sides and rip the whole cup off. And you don't hurt the roots very much.
I've the last couple years, I just haven't done anything with the solo cup. I just take the bottom out and change the reservoir. Either put it into like a big tote, or I put it into what are those, like 1 gallon, gallon and a quarter type containers, something like
Yeah,
that.
I saw your storage tote you had it in.
Yeah, and then I got these ones in here. They're basil containers that are like, I don't know, this big by pretty decent size. But no, they work out really good if you spray paint them black. That way you get no algae.
Well, once you see my hydroponics setup, once I finally get to putting it together, you'll go, oh, why didn't I do that? I got my seedlings started, so once they get up to size where I can put them in, I'll do a video on all of it all at once. Yeah, I'm really late getting that started this year. Go ahead, yell at me.
We're all behind.
Oh yeah.
Well, I think there's at least a dozen ahis that are coming up, and then like 8 others that are, or 10 others that are in process. So I'm getting a good start on next year. Got to restock the shop, I may as well put ahis in.
It's one of the best peppers you can grow. Just about everybody likes ahis.
Yeah, it's the most popular one in the shop. Ask Devin. He likes them. He's probably gone through more of the powder than anybody else.
Yeah, I just had to grab myself 3 new packs because from the last dump we got a bunch of ripe ahi, half ripe, which it was like splotches of yellow mixed in with the green, and then fully green ones. So I've got a pack of powder for each of them.
Yeah, slightly different tastes between them.
And slightly different heat levels.
Well, it's either do that or let them go to waste, and I didn't want to waste that many. It was a good pound and a half of ones that were partially ripe or all green. So yeah, I didn't want to toss them out. And they taste good.
What's going on, Alex?
Especially in powder form.
Gotcha.
Well, I can't wait for the plants in the shop to start producing fruit again. I don't think we have any scorpion powder left, do we?
I'm not certain. If we do, it's only a couple of packets.
I do.
Well, about the only seeds I have, well, Alex says I'll take some free seeds to try out. I'll PayPal for shipping. But the only seeds I have are ahi lemon drops. I might have some Emily Scotch bonnets and maybe some Bohemian goats and some. I might have some scorpion seeds. Alex, what part of the world are you in?
Well, and I've got chocolate Scotch bonnet and Pickers Gill orange.
Yeah, I don't have too many. I don't have too many of those seeds myself.
I'm just about out. I decided in the middle of the summer to have a seed giveaway contest and everything, and I didn't have any seeds. And it's like, oh man, I was like scrambling. I got it all together, but I wish I had more variety. I hate like keeping it to a small number of. I think there was like 8 or 10 or something like that. But that I want to like if you got like 20, you should be able to like pump out 20.
No, that's why I'm glad I got a bunch of pods from Rob, so I can replant a bunch of it.
Alex, what part of Wisconsin? Just general area. And then we go silent. The only reason I say that is because we're in south central Minnesota, Devin and I.
Oh, man, for some reason I just totally blanked and was like, Rob's in Wisconsin.
Okay, north central. That's still not too far away.
Road trip. No.
With the charger.
Oh, don't be insulting me like that.
Who, me?
Yeah. You said get the charger.
Yeah.
No, Challenger.
Or I said, oh, I thought I said Challenger. Dang it. Okay. My bad. No, I
No, an
meant
insult. Charger's an
no,
insult.
it's the 2-door. It's the Challenger. It's Charger is usually 4-door. Is there a 2-door Charger?
They did a prototype of it, but it never went into production.
Gotcha. So
They
they're
were
all
talking about doing it for like 2016, I think. But at the SEMA show, people didn't like it, so it never went into production.
I kind of like it that yeah, the Hellcat.
I wish. It's a 2013 SRT8. I have 2 videos on it.
Yeah, 6.2-liter Hemi.
I have 2 videos on it.
Yeah, and the one's got
Yeah,
a pretty girl in the thumbnail, so you definitely want to watch that one.
I
Yeah,
keep telling him he should let me put my 3800 in it. It'll make it a lot faster. And then I can just put his motor in my Pontiac and get some great gas mileage around town.
yeah. I think he's in a mild state of confusion there.
Oh, that kind of sounds like a good plan. That makes a really good video plot idea.
There you go, Rob.
Your friend
We'll
has
swap it
one.
over
Awesome
for
ride.
one
Which one, the
race.
Hellcat or the SRT8?
Uh,
And no, I'm not trading you, Devin.
We'll trade engines just for one race, and then we can put them back.
I don't think my engine would even fit into your hood.
well, they're not that
Yeah.
expensive. You could just buy a crate engine. I mean, aren't they like
Yeah.
like what, 8 or 10 or $12,000?
Yes, I think they're in there.
You can get a decent motor in the 7-800 range if it's a rebuilt, if you're lucky enough.
Yeah. Yeah, the Hellcats are pretty nice. The Hellcats weren't out when I bought mine. Otherwise, I would have ordered one of those instead.
Yours is close enough.
Yeah, mine gets up and hauls some butt.
Need to throw a supercharger on that thing.
The
Either that or
craziest thing,
dual turbos.
craziest thing is it only has 1 horsepower.
Times 550.
A lot more than my truck. Every time I'm in my truck, like the what was it, 2 days, 3 days ago, something like that, it was raining, and not real hard, just barely sprinkling. And I have a 5.7 Hemi and a Dodge Ram, light rear end, nothing in the rear end to hold it down. And I pulled out on the main street and hit the gas just barely. I mean, I had my foot resting on the gas pedal, and then I pushed it just a little bit, and that's where I was at. And then I just pushed it just a little bit more than that, and my wheels just started spinning. The whole thing, the whole rear end just started sliding out. So I
I'm
can't
the
imagine
same
that
way.
6.2 and that Challenger. That's got to be the same thing everywhere you go. Well, no, you got a 5-speed, don't you?
Me?
Yeah. No,
6.
but it's a manual,
Yes.
right? Okay. No, I don't have that luxury. Mine's an automatic, so you can't feel anything. you just hit the gas and you're like, oh, what the heck's going on? Like, I'm starting to go sideways. And you're like, oh, right. Yeah, I'm spinning.
No, I miss my Dodge Ram. That thing almost killed me in the winter so many times coming down the hill, and you'd tap the brakes and all of a sudden you're driving backwards.
Aren't they great?
Uh,
I can't imagine a Hellcat. Ugh. In the winter scenario.
Oh
Holy,
no.
did you
I'm
ever?
sorry,
no,
my Challenger doesn't even move on rain.
if the wind is kicking up dust, Rob won't even take that thing out.
No. But I got caught in the rain with it a couple of times. And you have to barely touch that gas pedal, and otherwise you're breaking them loose. And that's with the traction control on. Yeah, it's interesting. The tires are soft compound, so if it gets below 40 degrees, they turn hard as a rock, and you have no traction whatsoever. Alex, send me a Google Plus or Google Hangouts message later. We can talk about some of those seeds.
Luckily, I have those big old gnarly. Well, I shouldn't say gnarly. They're not really gnarly, but knobby tires on mine.
Yeah, my
That
pickups.
absolutely nothing for it. Still spins them.
Yeah, my truck has got 37.5-inch tall tires on them. I forget the exact size, but big old mutters.
How big? 27?
37.5.
Oh, 37 and a half? Dang, mine are 33 and a half. Or 33.
Yeah,
33,
I had
50.
to lift the suspension 2 inches to get them to clear.
Oh, wait, you're bouncing between vehicles. I thought you were talking about your Challenger.
Oh no, my truck.
Back to your truck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know them.
You
He's got
bounce
them
around like that.
37.5-inch mutters on the Challenger.
No.
Yeah, like when you said mutters, I'm like, wait a minute.
No, 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 no,
Trying
I
no,
to
no,
teach
believe
no,
the
the
no, no.
37
hazard that
inch
thing.
tires on the SRT, but I was like, nah, when he said mutters.
We go ditch hopping in that thing all the time, don't you know?
Ditch hopping. I haven't heard that in a long time.
Yeah, no, 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 no. That's what the truck is for. It goes through
Uh,
mud like you wouldn't believe, but no, the car is a fair weather day or fair weather car. Yeah, that's it. If it ain't nice out, then forget it. Like today at 45 degrees, I wouldn't take it out because I wouldn't have any traction.
Well, that would be a good video. Just have someone following behind you and like, okay, he realized he didn't have traction.
When I first got the car and learning where the clutch friction point was, I'd accidentally squeal them just about every time I went to take off because I had the idle too high and let the clutch out a little too fast. And yeah, I was tripping all over the place.
All it takes.
It's fun though. Yeah, go back and watch the videos, and we cut out anything where I exceeded the speed limit,
Oh,
no,
just in case.
I highly
you're
doubt that
supposed
you
to.
exceeded the speed limit.
I might have
You
gotten
gotta,
to 58, 60 a couple times.
you gotta top gear it where you're actually doing 110, but then you cut to a shot of the speedometer at 55, like, man, this thing's got power at 55. Just zooming past cars as they look like they're standing still. And we're only doing 55. Can you believe it?
Uh-huh. The Top Gear trick. Or they did that on Top Gear on one of the episodes.
Yeah, that's thing.
I don't think I ever saw any of the Top Gears.
Uh,
Because wasn't
good
there like a
stuff.
European one, then an American one? And
Yeah.
I wasn't a fan of the American one.
that's what everybody says.
They're pretty boring.
Yeah, they all say the British one's better.
Yeah. Too bad that they had the dispute and it went off the air. Hmm.
I don't know if it's picking it up. This pit bull snoring.
Not hearing it.
Well, that's the smart way to do it, Charles.
Yeah, I stick with cars that won't get me into too much trouble. Laughing out loud. Okay. So like Mini Cooper or a smart car
Prius.
The Dodge Caravan.
or Chevy Chevette.
That's what I thought about my pickup truck. And just no, not yesterday. No, Monday. When I was pulling into a gas station, and right when I did, I hit the gas just a little too much and just totally chirped the tires to the point where I pulled in, parked, got out, and started walking in, and some dude was like, "Hey man, drive it like you stole it," and I'm like, "Thanks."
Limited to 116.
If
Yeah.
116 will still get you in trouble.
I'm willing to bet mine won't do 116.
I've had my truck up to 90.
I was gonna say, I think the Rams cut out at like 110 or 105.
Yeah, I've never tried. That was always a thing where I would have to find the governor with any vehicle that I had, and like that was a Pennsylvania thing. So when I moved here, I really didn't care about that because like the laws made sense down here with speeding. It was like, hey, this road is 50, and I'm like, that is totally a 50-mile-an-hour road. And then they're like, this one's a 25, and I'm like, there's a lot of houses. That should be a 25-mile-an-hour road. Whereas in Pennsylvania, it's like 25 mile an hour, and you're like, there's not a house on here. There's not a turn. It's straight. It's paved. Like, why is this 25? It should be 50. But but no, ever since they did that, but no, back previous to that, my Blazer, that one cut off at like 110, 111, something like that. I don't think it got to 112 because it said 120, but it did not get much over 110. But no, I've never tried with this Dodge Ram. I've had it up to like 90, but that was, I don't remember. I think it was driving from here or from Pennsylvania to Colorado or Oklahoma. And it was like an 85-mile-an-hour road where 90 was, that's just what you do. But I don't think I've had it above that. Wouldn't want to with these tires on it right now because I know when I was, if you watch my video where I redid the rims and changed them from like total brake dust covered to very shiny to just painting them black. If you watch that one, I'm pretty sure I mentioned that while I was wire wheeling all of the thing, they got stick-on weights on there, and I totally knocked off a few of those stick-on weights. So when I get up to like 60, you can feel like the wheel kind of shaking back and forth a little bit. So I can't imagine trying to go to going up to 90.
Jeez. Did a hammer and fling come back on, man?
They were just stick-on weights. like stick on because there's no rim to actually
Oh God.
yeah, to put them on.
Get some Loctite professional.
Yeah. Or just some super glue. I don't even know where they are. I might have to like go dig around in the yard where I was doing that.
Well, just bring them to a tire shop and have them rebalanced.
Yeah, nah.
That doesn't cost that much.
It'll be about $15 a tire.
Yeah.
Or well, no, it might be cheaper than that. Mounting and balancing was about 15 a tire.
Yeah, so balancing is going to be less.
No, it was more than that. Whatever. I think it was 75 for 4.
Wow. That's
So
not a good ticket.
Silver Burst to 8 says, my old Mazda 3W. I got to 106. I know because I got a ticket for 106 at a 55.
He could have lied.
Ouch. That's a tough ticket to fight.
Yeah.
I've never had a speeding ticket. Knock on wood.
What? Jeez, oh man, I had a speeding ticket like weeks after getting my license.
I've had parking tickets, and that's about it.
Never had a parking ticket. I've never been somewhere where They have parking enforcement.
Oh, don't come into my shop.
Yeah.
I've been in downtown Pittsburgh, but usually when I would go, it was like in my later teen years. So we were going to party. It was after hours. So like all the parking thing was, not working at that point. And other than that, I've never lived in a city. So heck yeah. That's why, like, I hear podcasts and stuff. I heard one just today, and they were talking about, like, yeah, there's really no parking in LA. Like, they really don't want you to drive in LA because there's no parking. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I drive everywhere. Like, go to the grocery store. I can park anywhere I want. I can get a spot, like 4 spots from the door. Like, that's how much parking there is. And can't imagine not having parking.
Yeah, most of the town here is like that, except for downtown where the shop is.
Yeah.
And it's enforced 2-hour parking.
Yeah, all of downtown usually.
Where are you at, Charles? Are you in Pennsylvania? Nah, that wouldn't be right.
So if you get stopped doing 106 and a 55 here, he says that cop wanted to take him to jail, so he wrote it for 100, so no reckless driving. If you get caught doing over 100 here, it's mandatory 3 days evaluation time, basically jail time.
Ours is like 15 mile an hour over the speed limit, no matter what the speed limit is. That's reckless driving and you're arrested on the spot. And I know that because my buddy came here from Pennsylvania and he decided to do 85 on the bypass, which was 50 mile an hour. And he got pulled over and arrested and taken to jail. Totally screwed up our day. We were going to take a road trip and go visit another friend on a military base. And man, that doesn't look good.
No.
The Houston area. No, I asked Pennsylvania only because I know Pennsylvania used to be way like 18 years ago at least. It was if you did double the speed limit plus 5, that was reckless driving. Which I believe they tried to charge my dad with on a 25 mile an hour road.
Doing 55 and a 25?
He was following a cop. And there was a cop behind him doing the same speed.
Oh.
I don't remember the story. It's all speculation.
Texas is such a big state, you got to go faster.
Exactly. Same as like Oklahoma. I've been there. Kansas. Holy cow. They should like double the speed limit in Kansas because you should not spend that long driving through a state.
Go to Wyoming. Some of the highways are suggested speeds. The ones that are out in the middle of nowhere and it's all flat. And
I'm all about that. And if I saw a suggested speed, I would totally do that speed. If I see speed limit, I'm like, I bet I could do 20 more. But if I see suggested, I'm like, nah, I'm not going to chance. They say 45. I'm like, I think I might just do 40. Never know what's around this corner.
yeah. Have some big old deer or elk jump out in front of you.
Oh, that's a whole other thing, too. That's like the thing you have to take into account, but you can't account for. Might be there, but it might not be there.
What if it is?
Not there, but it might be there. What if it is? Well, then, yeah. Oops.
Oh, Charles's story. That sounds like a really cool cop. At the same time, like, hey, here's a ticket for 155. That's gotta really hurt, but no jail time. That is definitely a plus. So,
hey, RJ.
How you doing?
Robert is a guy that comes into the store once in a while, daily, or nearly daily.
Sweet. I can't wait to see your new video with Robert and doing the pickle challenge again.
RJ, why don't you tell him about your view on hot stuff and hot pickles.
Oh, I'm sure he loves it.
Maybe he'll tell us. But I made up some hot meat sticks, and most people are liking them, but they're saying they're not hot enough.
Yeah, darn it, Rob. What the heck?
Wait till that. Such a bad promoter. The crimson stuff. Wait till that stuff gets there and start putting that on the meat sticks. I say crimson rose, not crimson tide. I said that last time.
Yeah, I figure
Crimson
that-
dawn.
I figure it should be here. Those powders should be here tomorrow. Okay, so RJ says hot stuff. I'm picky. Pickles are flat or gross, flat out.
Well, it
And
doesn't have to be pickles. I mean, we could pick any kind of vegetable or
he
meat.
says, I don't know. The meat sticks are plenty hot for him. See, and Adrian, she just about flipped when she took a bite out of one.
Chad
Too
says,
hot for her.
Chad says he loves listening to your stories. I don't know if that means me or just us in general, but thank you.
Yeah, I don't know if that was aimed at either.
I hope you're getting better quick. Are you almost like full steam, like ready to go fishing? And
then we pause and we wait for a response.
man, this chat isn't instantaneous. Which all I keep thinking, like, that's why I find it so funny. Because if that was a question to me, I'd be like, oh my God, like just sitting there, like trying to hit one key at a time. Like, hang on. I got a long story to type out here, guys.
Okay, so RJ says, I mean, I'll try something hotter, but I'm not, or I might not be happy with myself afterward. LOL.
No, I mean, it'll be fine. It's all good.
And
Feel really happy afterwards.
Chad answered you, nope.
Nope on recovering quick. As I've been throwing positive vibes your way.
Okay, Anthony Tran. Try being
God,
Asian
so
in
great.
an import speeding. Every time I get pulled over, I get interrogated. Oh boy. Hey, Aaron.
It's hilarious. They're like asking, are you part of that Fast and Furious crew? What's up, Aaron?
That's all right. There's more to come, I'm sure.
Didn't hear that.
Aaron said he missed all the car talks. I said I'm sure there's more to come.
That's
Jeez,
hilarious.
man.
Is the car stolen? Are the parts illegal? Like, are the parts illegal? Come on. Like, that's really nitpicking there. You got to kind of go on, like, they didn't steal parts. Like, I don't know. That seems like some kind of sting that needs to go down if that's like an epidemic. But, and are you on drugs? Are you taking drugs? I used to get that all the time when I first started driving. Like, I know they say that's just a black thing, but that happened to me constantly. I got pulled over. Anytime a cop saw me driving, I got pulled over. Every time. And that's why I, like, almost lost my license, like, right off the bat. Like, I mean, I really wasn't doing much bad. I was speeding with everybody else, but they just pulled me over because I was younger. And I don't know. I guess I look like I'm doing something illegal, which is so weird. I look nothing like I looked like back then. I look like a cute little innocent kid. Now I'm just old stuff.
Chad may put a response back up there. I appreciate all the positive vibes. It's just a slow recovery. I can't wait to get back to regular activities. In the meantime, I can just enjoy hanging out with you guys online. Well, that's cool.
I appreciate you.
Anthony Slane.
And I see that Paula's here, and I also saw that
Yeah,
Chad
thanks very
subscribed
much.
to Paula. So awesome. See, social media thing working, people connecting and networking, and Paula be gaming scrub.
Stories being
So yeah, she definitely has good video. Sorry, I think I keep talking over Derek. Maybe your microphone's down low or something.
I don't
Devin.
know. I think this thing is. Yeah, you keep saying my name wrong. Dang it, Rev. I
Devin.
think it's just my crappy headphones. Yeah, there you go, Devin.
I said Devin, didn't I? Did
No,
I
you
say
said
You keep
Derek.
saying Derek.
Did I say?
You'll get it one of these days.
Wait,
I
I said
believe in you.
Derek.
Yes, you
Yeah.
did.
All right. I apologize on that one. I don't know where the heck that came from.
Your mouth.
No, if I was gonna like just if I was gonna make like a split-second guess on your name, Derek definitely would not have been it. I've typed
Easy.
Devin in so many times trying to like get you into the chat that even Google Plus actually knows your name whenever I type it in now.
Oh God. At least I can feel wanted now.
Oh, this guy.
So RJ says, I was going to say you look like a stoner from around where I grew up. Laughing out loud. Which one of us, though?
Oh, I'm guessing that means
You,
me with
Rob.
my cop stories of the cops pulling me over.
And Aaron says, okay, I love my Camaro. That's my car talk. Most Camaros are pretty decent.
See, now from my understanding, most cars just usually say vroom vroom or a variant.
Susan says, I love my Ford Expedition, but I think I'm going to sell it. Yeah, the Expeditions are nice. A little big, but nice. I like the Explorers a little more. I had one of those, but yeah. Yeah, I'll stay with my F-150.
We keep trying to get Rob a Chevy.
Trying to get me a what?
Chevy.
A what? I can't hear you.
A plus sign Ford.
I believe he's talking about getting you into one of those awesome LS engines.
No. So RJ was talking about you, Rev. I'll stick with my Triton engine, thank you very much. It has done me well over these years.
But a while back, Susan asked, did you eat pho for lunch? Got any egg rolls with you?
That had to have been for Anthony because he said he was Asian. Get it? Haha.
Okay, gotcha. Damn
Going with the questioning.
it.
Last fall I had, it just lit me up.
What?
Only got about halfway through the bowl before I couldn't take it anymore. That was in the Bronx in New York, of all places.
Never had pho. I've never heard of pho until like last year when I saw it on the Pepper Lovers forum. And I was like, what the heck is this? Everybody's like talking it up and like they love it.
Yeah, it's a spicy noodle vegetable type soup. And some places will take and put chunks of meat in it, some won't. Some put chunks of fish in.
I got to go to the ones with the meat.
Yeah, I'm with you, Rev. I won't. Not a
Well,
big
I
fan
don't
of
like to
fish.
discriminate. So, I can't discriminate against meat. Same thing with vegetables. You can't not have vegetables.
Let's not take all the Ford stuff off my truck and put Chevy logos on it. No, no.
See,
I can get a kit.
RJ, we've talked about that for a while now.
No. Susan says
Replacing
might go
the
back
Ford.
to F-150. Expedition's too slow. And Silver Bullet says it's everywhere. Not sure what that was. Susan says that was for Anthony. Oh, okay. Aaron Hernandez. I also have Ford F-250 crew cab, long bed. I never drive. 8 miles to the gallon. Well,
I was going to ask if that was a diesel, but 8 miles to the gallon, that answered that.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
my F-150, I had it reprogrammed and had the power kicked up in it and reset, and I average about 22 miles to the gallon with it. Up from 18 before I had it done. So Susan says 250 is way too big. Yeah, kinda. Depends on what you're doing.
Or how far you
Silverburst.
are.
Well, now the 250 is not too big because that's like, do you want a pickup truck just to have a pickup truck? Then you want like a F-150 or a 1500. But if you actually do things with the pickup truck, that's where it's like maybe you need a F-250.
Yeah.
And like if you do
Well,
intense things with your pickup truck, like hauling big trailers, then maybe you need an F-350. But that's
Yeah,
it's
and
only
you
too
have to,
big if you don't use it.
yeah,
I'm sure there's also a difference in cabin size too. For like Rob, he's not gonna probably fit in a smaller truck.
Oh, he would be perfect in a Miata.
They'd have to have his like the sunroof open.
He would have to have the top down every time he drove the Miata.
imagine me in a Fiat X19. We
Jeez.
drove one from here, or from Cottage Grove to Des Moines, Iowa. 100 and no, 250 miles one way. Drove down and back one night, and with the seats in it, I had to have my head over because it was hitting the sunroof. So we took the seats out, put two pillows in, and I sat in it just perfect. That was fun. Okay, so Chad says I've got a Buick with 336,000 miles on it and a Ford
Congratulations.
F-150. That's all the car talk I know. Well, that's good.
336,000 miles. That is remarkable.
That's a lot.
That is good. I thought I had it when I got my dad's Jeep Cherokee, and it had 278,000 miles. I thought, holy cow, this thing's bad. You know, got one clutch replacement on that.
No, if the Buick, Chad, if your Buick has the 3800, that should go to 500,000 easy as long as it's taken care of. And then a V8, I think, goes to like somewhere between 6 and 800,000. But a lot of engines, if you're actually taking care of it and you get it new before someone decides to screw the crap out of it,
Yeah.
you
Or
can
forget
you
to
can
change
get it
the
well
oil.
up over. I mean, I could see it flopping the dial on someone who's actually taken well enough care of their motor back to zeros.
Yeah, or people forget to change their oil. Like that's the best thing you can do to ever make your vehicle last forever. Well, grease it when
Mm-hmm.
you can or where you can. Brings me to all those parts where you can't grease them now. Like what the heck? Why do I have ball joints where you can't grease them? Because you want to like sell me a new ball joint in 4 years?
Now, most vehicles, first thing I do is take the can of WD-40 and spray every hinge and spray it into the door locks and all sorts of fun stuff.
Door locks not so good, especially around here with WD-40. You're better with like graphite because around here we have like a lot of salt in the air and everything because we're close to the beach and there's sand and stuff. And if you put WD-40, that sand or salt will collect with it, and I don't think it'll really mess it up per se, but it's not going to make it any easier. But the graphite will just lube it up and won't attract other stuff. So in case you
That's
live
why.
by the ocean like Susan, hey, what's up, Susan? Oh wait,
Uh,
and Paula said she got a Jeep Wrangler. I am so for fun. I'm so jealous. You have no clue how much I want a Jeep Wrangler.
yeah. And Aaron says he got his F-250 to tow a fifth wheel.
Nice.
Uh,
Yeah, that's why you gotta have a 250, not a 15 or a F-150.
yeah, Silverburst, which most people don't that I've seen. I forget what that was to. My biggest issue is people with Raptors and creep over speed bumps. Well, I'm sorry, but my truck is about as big as a Raptor, and I creep over speed bumps too.
My truck is, I've got 33 1250s on that thing. I creep over every speed bump. I'm a
Yeah,
wuss when it comes to it because I used to beat the crap out of vehicles and I know how easy you can wear out springs and shocks and all that stuff. And I just don't want to replace it.
yeah, me too.
I just have
So,
learned
so
angles. If you
But
go
that
into
being
a
said,
bump at a certain angle, you don't usually cliff out or bottom out as hard. Like I've learned to take my Pontiac in at like 25 miles an hour and do a parking lot and not even feel the bump.
man. Um,
Uh,
like, but that being said, like I'll creep over speed bumps, but if we're going off roading, oh no, completely different story. I mean, I'll go ahead, like I'll go hard on whatever obstacle and stuff like that. But no, RJ, that's hilarious. I thought I could drive around like Vin Diesel. Why can't we?
Because being an adult's no fun.
yeah, RJ, I miss my dad's old 94 Mitsubishi 3000 GT I used to drive. The thing became a money sink after a few years because I kept bringing out the clutch plate because I thought I could drive around like Vin Diesel. Yeah. Neighbors had one of those for a while, and that was the issue with it. They didn't want it, the clutch was bad in it. So it sat here until somebody came along and offered him some money for it, and he sold it. But you gave Fox Shocks, or okay, but do you have Fox Shocks with 12-inch travel? Nope.
Not over here. I still have stock shocks. No.
Yeah, so do I.
I don't think mine are stock, but they're pretty darn close.
And RJ, that's how you learn. Driving around like that. And yeah, I allegedly may or may have not quadrupled the speed limit once. Might have happened, might not have. I don't know. It was a low speed limit, but nothing happened. Or wait, no, I guess wasn't nothing happened. I did that, and that was all, or may not have done that because I really can't remember. But then after that, no, my buddy was with me, and he was like Fast and Furiousing. It's like 10 years before those movies came out, but he's out there doing the same thing, like, oh, I'm gonna drive all fast and everything. And he was behind me on a different road, and we were just driving, and we got to the end of the road, and I turned and went onto another road, but waited for him, and he never came. So I turned around and went back, and turns out like he slid across the road, like hit a telephone pole with the front tire. The whole
Jeez.
tire came off the axle, and it was front wheel drive. The whole tire and axle came out, spun the entire vehicle 180 degrees on the other side of the road, and pretty crazy.
Um,
Yeah, then he had to explain. It was his grandma's car, but then he had to call his dad and explain to his dad what happened, and then they had to come up with a good story for what actually happened for the grandma.
Oh, jeez.
uh,
It's one thing doing it with your own vehicle, but somebody else's, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's how it
yeah.
was back in the day. Like you were lucky if you could actually borrow mom's car, you know? Like
Yeah.
I was in my mom's car, so I was really lucky I could actually borrow it. And but yes, definitely allegedly, RJ.
And
Definitely. Actually, statute of limitations completely way gone on that, so really doesn't matter, but still pretty sure. I blame, like, I've been hit in the head a bunch of times, probably have some mental damage.
Uh-huh.
Hey, football players can claim it. I'm claiming it too. I'm big and look like I play football, right? I can only say that because I got a sweatshirt on.
No, if you're a fan of Jeeps, Gappy, I'm about to do the rear end swap on my 99 Cherokee this winter, hopefully from standard to 44.
And you're so looking forward to it.
Well, it should be pretty quick swap, judging on the bolt patterns being exactly the same.
Hey, Paula, you can now put a link in there if you wanted to put that in. You have a YouTube channel. Dang it, you were talking about Jeeps. I got all excited. I thought like a YJ. But YouTube channel for your Jeep, I did not know this. This is the first I'm hearing about it, and I want to see the link pop up because I'm going to subscribe. Oh, wait, and now I'm looking at myself in the past. Ugh. Okay, there we go. It's horrible. It was like I was talking to myself.
There it went.
Sweet. Jeep and Jesse.
Yeah. The thing I'm not looking forward to in terms of Jeep work is my dad's Liberty, because it needs a full rear differential overhaul. The transfer case needs to be overhauled with seals. The drive axle from the transfer case going to the back on both sides is leaking. And then all of his valve stems are bad on every tire, including the spare.
Oh, geez. At least the valve stems aren't hard.
They're the ones you have to pay like $30 a piece for. They're not the crappy rubber ones. They're the metal valve stems that you have to have someone crank them in and crank them out.
Okay,
Or drill
well,
them
at
or
least they're not
whatever.
like mine. Mine, when I had my tires put on, the valve stems had that sending unit in it, and yeah, $125 a pop.
No, they're $30 a piece on Rock Auto, but yeah, that's what his have. He can put it like a price scanner to the side of the tire and tell him which ones are broken and how broken they are.
What? Oh, man. I gotta get a valve stem replaced in my quad. I have the valve stem, and I'm too cheap to actually pay someone to take it off the rim and just put a new valve stem on it. $125 just for a valve stem. Holy cow.
Yeah,
Just get yourself one of them Sawzalls. Those are good at removing tires.
No. Dude, I stabbed myself with a tire iron trying to get that tire off the rim. It was hilarious. I went into work. My foot was like, my big toe was just all bandaged up and everything. And they're like, because I was doing pulls. And so I'd walk in flip flops. And they're like, what's up with your toe? And I'm like, I was trying to get a tire off the rim and stab myself in the toe. And like I actually had like one of those meetings like where they pulled me aside and they're like, look, we're very concerned because you have a job to do and we can't have you like missing work. I'm like, I didn't miss work. I showed up. I bandaged that thing up. I'm hobbling around. I can do my job, And they're like, but no, you can't be taking risks like this. And I'm like, it wasn't a risk. I was trying to get a tire off the rim. Like, don't even get me started about how I used my truck to try to drive up on the rim to break the bead. Even with the ramp, man, put the ramp on the tire with the valve stem out, and then like drive up on the ramp trying to break the bead. Nope, nothing was happening. I mean, imagine having that talk, and then like imagine like, yeah, but then I had to get it back on the bead, but my air compressor really couldn't get it up that much, so I broke out the ether. And like just going into that discussion because I don't know, when it comes to things exploding, people really get edgy.
yeah.
I had a friend that every time he had a lawnmower front tire that would roll off of pop the bead on it. And that's how he would get it back. He loved doing it. He would just spray that ether all in there and just light that thing with grill lighter so that he could be a little bit away. And the thing would poof and just pop right up. Man, he really got a kick out of that. I guess I got a really big kick out of him getting a really big kick out of it too. But I wasn't impressed. The first time I was like, dang, that was awesome. But like after that, I'm like, all right, saw you do this yesterday.
Get a new tire, man. Funny.
And Paul, I did subscribe to that channel. I'll check out those videos. 2007 JK. Totally jealous. Well, yeah. No, Yeah, definitely jealous. But no, my dream vehicle at this point, I mean, besides the one I have, because I really love that truck, but I would really like to get any year, I don't care, like 87 AMC, 96 Chrysler, whatever, and um, a Jeep Cherokee 2-door, 5-speed, 4-wheel drive, preferably in midnight blue, but
Hmm.
I don't care about the color. The 2 and 4-door, that is like that might be a deal breaker, and the 5-speed versus automatic, that is a definite deal breaker. I don't want an automatic. I had two. I had an 87 AMC Jeep Cherokee and I had a 96 Jeep Cherokee, both 2-door, 5-speed, 4-wheel drive. Best vehicles I've ever had. That 96 was one of the fastest vehicles I've ever had. Not been in, but owned or drove. Nah, I guess I can't say drove. I drove a 86 Corvette. That was really quick. I got in that thing. What's that?
For its time.
What's that?
The 86 Corvette was really fast for its time.
Ford's time?
Yeah, for 86, they were quick then, but compared to
Oh, yeah, yeah.
today,
Oh, okay. No, I didn't hear for its time. I just heard Ford's time. So I was like, what? Ford? Well, why are we bringing Ford into this again? No, but yeah, for its time, yeah, no, it was a pretty decent vehicle. And I had the digital display on the dash. And I remember my cousin was moving, so he was taking his 70, I don't know, 77, 78 Stingray, and he was driving it to park it at his girlfriend's house. And I was gonna pick him up, and my uncle's like, "Oh, take the vet." And I'm like, no, I'm good. Like, I don't like driving people's vehicles because I feel like I'm gonna break it, and then I owe them a lot of money. So like I'd rather break my own vehicle than I can fix it and then everything's fine and there's no like weirdness between me and somebody else or anything. And like one of my bosses, he was always trying to get me to drive his Maserati. I'm like, are you fucking crazy? No way, man. Like there is no way. Like you would own me if I wrecked that car. But no, I ended up taking it. He was like, I've had it paid off for like 20 years or whatever. And this was like 2000. I'm like, okay, whatever. I hop in there and I just let it idle out of the driveway. And I got it, turned around and everything. And as I started going, I'm going up a slight hill and like I'm touching the gas and it just doesn't move. And it doesn't move and doesn't move. And finally it starts to move. And all you hear is, and I like let off and hit the brakes. And my uncle's over there just laughing at me because he knew exactly how tight that gas pedal was. Even told me the next day, like I was waiting for that to happen. But no, when I actually pulled out on the bypass, that thing went. It said like 0, and then the speedometer went 14, 54, 70, and I was like, what the hell?
it can be fun.
I guess.
So what do you think, Rob?
Uh-oh. Someone needs.
They're the haves, right?
Yeah.
Huh. How many likes up do you need to eat something like that?
What are we at? 8?
I'm looking. I have 7.
I see
If we
7.
get 2 more likes, I'll eat both of them.
Yeah, make it 3. 10's a nice even number.
Well, on mine it says 8, probably because I liked it.
Oh.
Trying to get myself to eat my own peppers.
Yeah. How can we make this more interesting?
Rob's got to eat some at the same time.
Oh, no. I don't have any here anyway. That's
You do
beside the point.
3 grams of ahi powder, and I'll eat like 6 half pods.
I don't think so. I was thinking you could take some of your hot sauce and dip the pepper in the hot sauce and then eat it.
I don't even know if I really have hot sauce at all.
I know you probably ate it all.
Paula says she's
Probably.
got a manual 2-door.
Whatever.
So
I'll have
jealous.
fun anyway.
Chomp them down.
Get a
Sorry.
presentation mode.
Always delicious.
That's hilarious. We're like, hey, yeah, we should totally have 10 thumbs up. And then you're like, all right, yeah. All right, we got 8.
Close enough. I really wanted to eat them, so it didn't matter whether I got thumbs up or not. I really like the ahis. I was just hoping we could get a bunch more thumbs up on there quick.
Like I say, out of all the ahi powders and stuff that I've done, Devin's probably got the largest amount of it next to me. Because I have a 4-ounce bottle of it hidden away that, well, now a few people know about.
Well, I ate them all, guys. Now that there's 10, they're gone already.
I do see 10. I was gonna say I see 9.
Now let's see this. You said at 10 you would eat 2 of them, didn't you? So now that it's at 10, you have to eat 2 of them. You didn't say anything about eating 2 of them before it hit 10.
Fine, Rob.
Oh, we know you love them.
Just for fun.
Why don't you show the bacon how many you got left? Yeah, that's a few.
Who were you talking to, Paula? Me? The hot sauce that I was showing off on Monday? If you're asking me, no, I still have not tried it.
Hey, that would be a good thing for tonight.
Oh, man. Monday, I had like a pepper hangover the next day. That ghost kicked my butt. And that didn't even look like a ghost pepper. It looked like a habanero.
Gotta save these seeds just in case some of them aren't good.
That was the opposite of what I was thinking. I ate that one, and just throw that away. We don't need those seeds. It looks like a habanero. Let's go for the ones that are long and bumpy and all that stuff. Yeah.
Gabby says, I made ahi lemon powder today. Yeah, I've made a lot of it over the last couple of weeks.
All right, here's another 2.
So that can make 5 and 6 now, or 3 and 4?
3 and 4.
Okay.
I just like that they got such a nice smoky flavor. Starting to sweat on my nose now, though. Yeah, ahi lemon drops.
I failed at them. I had 2 plants going, and they both. I put one in, which I think he's here. I was just getting asked about, like, why don't you put the hydro tube back into working order? And like this year was because I didn't have enough plants. But the other one, no, that one, going for. No, one of them was in the hydro tube. One of them was in the aeroponic thing, if you remember that from last year. I did aeroponics with like 5 or 6 buckets or whatever. And that was like a big fail. Yeah, so if you want to see fails, check out my channel. I do them all the time.
It's better to have fails mixed in to show you're a real person versus just showing off the positive of everything.
Oh, well, that's one of the things that right off the bat when I started doing YouTube, I shouldn't say when I started, but there was a point where I hit and I was just like, nah, and it was like like I wasn't even showing off gardening type things yet. But there was a point where I got to where I was like, nah, if I fail, I just throw it up. And I don't mean like, oh, I'm gonna try to like, I don't know, we'll just make up a scenario. I'm gonna shoot a 3-point shot at a, with basketball or whatever the kids say, and like I'm gonna do that, and like it bounces back and smacks me in the head. I don't mean I'm gonna post that kind of thing, but if I'm growing something and I fail doing it, I'm definitely gonna post it and say, hey, check this out. Don't do it like me.
Well, you take a look at the exhaust video you did on your truck, or the video you did on the exhaust on your truck, and trying to pound the one piece together. You could have cut that out or pound them apart and couldn't get them apart. You could have left that out, but you didn't.
Well, who wants to do that?
Oh yeah, like every time the roof blows off the greenhouse, pops up
Or
on.
point at the lack of wall because you don't know where the bugs are coming from.
Yeah, exactly.
See, in my opinion, that's what makes it real. And Chad is asking, did you make a video of it? Who are you asking that to, Chad? And video of which? Unless he's referring to Gappy making that ahi lemon powder today.
Powder, yeah. I made a fail video on my truck. I'm still waiting to pop up.
Yeah.
In 6 months. It's the longest I've ever held a video ever.
I could have made so many car videos by now, but I just, every time I get about ready to make the video, I forget to grab it. And then by the time I remember, the job's done. And I'm like, son of a.
Well, I don't know. That's just part of that YouTube bug that hits you. You just like all of a sudden one day you're like, yeah, I'm gonna go do this, and like right before you start doing it, you're like, wait a minute, I should go grab the camera. And then like next thing you know, you're just like, I'll just hurry up and do a intro, and then like you talk into the camera for a couple minutes, and then you actually shoot here and there of whatever project that you're doing, and then whenever you're done, you're like, yeah, I just really want to like delete that intro and just start it all over, and like tell them a better intro.
And one thing leads to another, and next thing you know, you're spending $80,000 on a decent camera, or a camera you consider decent.
Heck no. Here you go, people. YouTube tip: XP70, right? 70? Is it 90? XP70 waterproof, $100 ish. Doesn't focus worth a heck whenever you're focusing on flowers and stuff, or pods when you're doing an update. Even if you put your hand in front of things when you're trying to show it, still doesn't focus. But it's cheap, it's waterproof, and it works.
Yeah, you need waterproof so when you're videoing in the greenhouse and it's raining. Okay, that didn't come out right, but I think you got my point.
And Faux Pro, man.
Yeah, they're Faux Pro.
Gotta have the Faux Pro. Not a GoPro, it's a Faux Pro. $50, every accessory that you can get. Bang. Actually, the one I'm on right now is this exact camera, and it had a rattle when I would put it in my truck and drive. And so they sent me a brand new one, which is this one. It's perfect. So now I have a free webcam and I have a action cam.
So RJ says, so I made some vlogs a few months ago. I think I finally got the confidence to upload them. And here, I thought you were uploading them all along. Okay. Well, do it. It took me a while to get the guts up to make my first video, and then I ended up taking the first video. Took like 7 times to get it to where I thought it was all right, and posted it, and then sit and watch myself. And I'm talking like that's that through the whole entire thing. I'm talking really fast, like people can't even understand what I'm saying. And yeah, I've gotten a bit better at the edit since then.
I used to edit every single or anything out of my video, and it was so annoying. I used Windows Movie Maker. It's the worst program ever invented. Like we were talking before we started, Devin was actually going to set a copy of Windows Vista on fire to help humanity so that nobody is ever plagued with Windows Vista ever again. But no, I was using Windows Movie Maker, and oh my god, that thing would I would spend 2 hours editing all the ums out of my video, and stuff where I would pause. And like as you can tell now, I just don't shut up. I just keep talking and talking and talking, and that's probably the better way to go, unless you actually want to sit there and edit your video and do all that stuff. I can't tell you how many times I had Windows Movie Maker crash on me, and it was like 3 hours I spent editing a video, and now like I only have like 5 more hours till I got to get up for work, and now I got to start all over editing a video, and it's supposed to be out yesterday, but I'm still here editing, and ugh, nah.
I'm sorry, but I use Windows Movie Maker.
No, if it works, hey, good luck.
I've only had it crash on me like 3 times in all the videos that I've done.
Oh man, go to openshot.org. That's a free open source Linux based movie editing.
I don't use Linux though.
Doesn't matter. They have a Windows version.
Okay.
It's open source. So it's any bugs, people are like right there ready to try to fix it and help I don't know. I love open source. Both of my computers are Linux.
Well, Silverburst says it took a while too to get over the shyness that RJ's talking about. I'm still sort of camera shy. Yeah, I'm getting a lot better at it. RJ says I was going to use Movie Maker, but Microsoft stopped supporting it for 10. It actually stopped supporting it for 8 as well.
Oh, geez.
And you can't get it for Windows 7.
All the more reason to get openshot.org. I'd love to
I have
see the
Windows 7 Home Premium and I can't get it.
I have
For
Windows.
some reason, my computer at the shop came up with it on it. But I can't download it for here anymore. It says it's not supported.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think it came on. I have 2 computers with Windows Ultimate, and I believe it came on both of them.
All right.
The Murph man?
Yeah, he's over there trying to get my attention again. I swear, every half hour, 45 minutes, that guy has to. I'll return. I'll be back.
Lightworks. Yeah, let us know how that goes. I'm always ready to try new stuff. There's another one. What is it called? Let me look. I think it's K-Den. Maybe I don't have it on. Or no, it'd be over here. Yeah, K-Den Live. Kdenlive. That thing is another Linux-based video editing. And that troll that should have been here tonight, he actually really loves that one. He told me about it, and I was like, oh, I'm going to go get it. And then I realized, no, I already had it. I used it a couple times, and it wasn't as easy as I thought. And then when I used the open shot, that's all I really need, because I just chop off the very beginning, chop off the very end, and leave everything else in there. Or I'll just like chop in the middle, add a clip. But that's all I ever need. Paula says she uses Final Cut Pro. I haven't gotten to that level yet.
My tablet has a YouTube app that I can just use my camera to upload directly to YouTube as I go.
Yeah, you could do that too. I never did that. I've always wanted to have the final product done before I actually upload it, but I always see where like, hey, we'll help you edit your video kind of thing, and I don't know. I just never went for it. I'm always afraid they're just gonna put up the raw video, and then I'm gonna have a crappy video I gotta delete, and and then go actually edit it. Oh, and Charles said I'm still kind of sort of camera shy. I am too. I think everybody is.
More or
That's
less.
why you don't see me looking at the camera. I'm looking at the screen and just ignoring that I'm on camera. Which is that my good side? Oh, it is my good side. Sweet.
That I heard.
Oh, you hear her snoring?
I either heard her snoring or you farting, one of the two.
No, it's her.
Sure, blame the dog.
Oh, she's going into puppy dreams. Get him. Get him. Get him. Get him, girly. Get him. Get him. Yeah. Get him. That's it. Yeah, get him. Get him. Get him. Get him. Get him. Her eyes are blinking. Her legs are starting to kick a little. Her hind legs. Get him, girl. Go on. Every time I say get him, her eye just like blinks. Well, sweet. Yeah. Did you make a video of that, Paula? Because that was Chad's question to you, if you made a video about the ahi lemon powder. And then used Final Cut Pro to edit it. Aw, man. Hmm. Yeah, that would suck. Jay says that sucks. All my audio from my iCloud stored videos is all gone on all the clips.
That's not, yeah, that's not good.
Nope. That's one of the main things why I don't really, well, that, and I've used Windows for so long, like 20 something years now, that I'm so used to it crashing and I lose everything that's on my computer that I just do something with everything. Like I've lost every picture I've ever taken, so I don't even worry about that at this point. I'm just like, just enjoy the moment, don't even take a picture kind of thing, which is why I'm horrible on Instagram. But with like the videos and stuff, if it's something that the public can see, and like I'm not saying X-rated or anything like that, but stuff where it shows the front of your house or your address or weird stuff like that that you don't want to get out there. If it doesn't have that stuff, I just make that stuff live immediately and delete it off my
Right.
computer because I expect to be losing it in a day or two.
Not good, man.
I do only have one video or one photo on my Instagram, and that's this little cutie here sleeping on my bed in my sleeping bag on my pillow. She's not spoiled.
Yeah, sounds like it.
But now I'm not big on taking pictures. That was my argument with my buddy I was having yesterday. He was telling me you gotta like put more stuff on Instagram, and I'm like, I don't take pictures. Like I can't tell you the last time I took a picture. I took a picture the other day. I actually got a pepper harvest, my first real harvest of the year, and I didn't put it on Instagram. Maybe I should put that on there. But
Welcome back. Come on, Senor Rob.
Did you say something to me?
I said, welcome back, Monsignor Rob.
Yeah, the master has let me come back.
oh, sweet. RJ will be there tomorrow to shoot a vlog, Rob. So get ready.
Say that again?
RJ will be there. It says just means I got an excuse to head to Rob's shop tomorrow to shoot a vlog.
Go for it.
So get ready.
The heck, RJ, I'm chopped liver over here.
Gappy, I did a full video on how I dehydrate peppers, and it did about as well as any others did, and people liked it. Liked seeing how I did it, and how it kind of pointed out how I do things and how some people do things and which ones are better. And I'm trying not to say, trying not to say Rev's name or something like that, but yeah. That was supposed to be a joke.
Yeah, say what?
When I did the dehydrating of the peppers, how I do it versus how you do it.
Tell me. I know I had to have watched that. Don't tell me I didn't watch one of your videos.
No, you watched it and pointed out how I used the goggles and the face mask, and you didn't do
Oh,
that.
yeah. No, I don't do that. Nah, I throw caution to the wind.
You
Yeah.
like getting
You're
pepper
messing
in
around
your
with
eye,
hot
though.
peppers. You deseed them with your plain hands. You just do that. You take that risk. You're gonna touch your eyes. Funny thing, like when I was young, okay.
Oops.
When I was young, I remember one of the first times I remember helping my parents like cook dinner with jalapenos. I remember everything was good. Washed my hands when I was all done, and then I ended up going to the bathroom and thinking, "Oh, what the heck is going on?" Ever since then, I don't think I've ever done that. But I have touched my eyes. I've touched my mouth. I've touched, you know, anywhere on my face.
Yeah, I've walked into a cloud of the mist, and that feels really good. Let me tell you.
When it's done, it feels really great.
I just am happy that the pain is gone until I do it again an hour later.
That might be it. It might just be like, wow, I'm glad that's over. But I don't know. I feel like like if I touch my eye, like my eye is supercharged, and I don't know. I'm seeing just a little bit better than I was before. Like, just a little tint of everything working better. That being said, don't touch your eyes with peppers, people. That's really not a good idea. I'm weird.
Bear mace on my hands and then rubbed my eyes afterwards.
Ouch.
Ouch.
Yeah, because that's some sort of extract that they use. I think regular mace is what, 15,000 Scoville? It's a pepper extract.
Yeah, something like that. And then military is 2.2 mil.
Well, no, the 2.2 would be like a Reaper.
Yeah, but I thought military grade pepper spray was 2.2 million. And then like standard from the store pepper spray that you can get to carry in like say your purse or what have you is like 15,000.
Oh, no, no,
Yeah,
no.
it made
I
a
meant,
difference.
I'm pretty sure regular mace, not like military grade or bear mace. I think regular old mace is like 15 million on the
No,
Scoville. No?
1,000.
No,
15,000.
I thought it was million. I thought it was above the hottest pepper in the world because they used extract.
Not unless
No,
it's something that's new.
I saw a can of mace at Advanced Auto Parts in town here, and yeah, it was only rated at like 15 to 20,000. So I was gonna buy a can and have a bunch of guys at the shop try it on their tacos and stuff.
That's
Mace
not
down
very
their
hot.
food.
Yeah, imagine Shane putting that on. I can't taste it. Spray more on. Still can't taste it. Spray more on. Devin, half the can's gone already.
I'm
That's the
looking
funny thing.
like the idiot. Well, I call them that. It's just the first thing you find on Google. How many Scoville units are in pepper spray? It says 2 million to 5.3 million. I
Hmm.
really thought I saw 15, but that's regular. How about police? No, they're saying police mace is about 3 million. Strongest type of pepper spray. Fox Labs produces 5.3 million. Huh. Okay. Well, I was way off. I said 15, and I don't see any result anywhere close to that. Or wait, how much is in bear mace? What's that? 3 million. Back. So police mace is more intense than bear mace. Oh, uh-oh. Don't mess with cops, people. Jeez, oh man. Do police carry?
Jeez, I can't believe. Yeah, it's odd that police mace would be better at taking down a bear in the general scheme of things. But then again, most bears, when you're macing them in the face, aren't high on like meth and LSD all at the same time.
Yeah.
They aren't?
I wouldn't
It
believe
might seem
so,
like
but you never know. Maybe Yogi found a special picnic basket at a certain campsite full of hippies or something.
that. Picking it best. But they do say at the very first question, how many Scoville units are in pepper spray? They say 2 to 5.3 million. But then you go on, how much is police pepper spray, and it's 3 million. And then it says what is the strongest, and that is 5.3 million. But then you go to bear, and it's only 3 million. So I guess that's not that big of a deal. So I guess police are using bear mace, 3 million. But at the very beginning, they say it's between 2 and 5.3 million. Well, why isn't bear 5.3 million? Or police pepper spray? Like, why isn't that 5.3? You'd think that would be the extreme.
I like RJ's response. You gave me an idea for my D&D campaign, a bear high on drugs attacking the party.
Have a good night, Chad.
See you later. Thanks for watching with us. Don't forget the like button.
And don't forget to get well soon. We're all sending positive vibes your way.
Rev said if we can get to 13 thumbs up, he's going to go eat every right pepper he owns.
Not remember that at all.
And how many ghosts have you got out there that are rape? 4, 5 at least?
Oh, me? I have 6 more on the counter.
Oh, goodness.
They're peach ghost. No, I don't have. Do I? No, I don't have any ghost in the outdoor garden. I've got 2 on the counter, which is hilarious. They're both red ghost. After last year, I was growing like peach ghost, red ghost, boot jalokia. What the heck else was I growing? Something else. But I remember like in the middle of the season, I'm like, man, I'm so disappointed in this red ghost. It's not producing. And Troll actually sent me seeds. He was like, hey, I got some red ghost seeds. I'll send you some seeds. He sent it to me. And it wasn't until after like they were in the mail before I got them that I was like, wait a minute. I have boot jalokia growing. And my red ghost didn't produce. But like a red ghost is a boot jalokia because that's a red pot. Like it just clicked in my head, and I'm like, oh, what the heck is wrong with me, man? So the whole time I actually was producing red ghost, but
Oh.
see, I love to share my fails.
That wasn't a fail. That was more of a misunderstanding.
That was a brain fart.
Okay, that was a brain fart. That's a good way to put it.
Oh, I was so disappointed in myself. I was like, man, if I could have only grown a red ghost this year, I'd have been so happy. And then I stopped for a second. I'm like, wait, I did a taste test on a boot jalokia. It was red. That's a red ghost. So, yeah, I did that. That's the kind of fun stuff you can find on my channel if you just hit that subscribe button. Thumbs up for every screw up that happens.
Oh, don't be saying that, because then you purposely go out of your way to accidentally do something. Or instead of accidentally, or not accidentally, but instead of blooping out something, oh, I think I'll put that in and put it in twice.
Sure, we'll do that tomorrow. Just let me throw a comment down below. We'll make that happen.
What mistakes should Rev make in his next video?
Exactly. I was just going to say, I'm taking requests.
Fall in the cat pond.
Fall on it?
In.
Nah.
Yeah, a little too cold for you for that, but yeah.
Heck yeah, man. It's like 65 or something outside. That's cold.
Uh,
Hey, I took
it's
my sweatshirt off.
It's like 32 here right now.
Let's see what my phone says it is here.
And I was standing outside watching Murph, no shoes on and no jacket or anything on.
I no. I have to at least have a jacket on, except for when the sun was out like today. Then I was fine in a sweater.
It's saying right now it's 60 according to my phone. 61 high, 58 low. Tomorrow 42. What the heck is that? Why? That's not cool. Then 48, 56, 51, 48. Those are all the lows.
A low of 42.
That's just not right. Disgusted. Can't have
Now,
that. This is the Carolinas. We're known for being warm.
yeah, when it started getting down into the 50s, I went through like 5 nights of lows in the 50s before I finally decided to turn the heater on for a little while.
Crazy. Could have done that the first night.
Nah.
No, yeah, like I said, I was going around in a sweater today, and when it was 46, so we're kind of used to it more.
Friggin' Brendan Picante. He's like, it's freezing. Like, it's all cold and everything. He's got like a tassel cap on. He's like all bundled up and everything. And then you look at like either his or his neighbor's window and it's open. Like, what the heck are you doing? Like, why is it like 30 degrees and you have your windows open? You can't do that. Like, that is just not right. Like, my cousin was doing that last year. It was boggling my mind, man. Like, it's like 28 degrees and he had his windows open. Like, you feel like the cold breeze blowing down the hallway.
My sister always has a window cracked at least 2 inches somewhere in the house.
No, I love having a window open. Like, it's whatever, it's 60 here. I'm going to open my window before I go to bed just because I like having it cold in my bedroom when I'm going to sleep, like just about everybody. Um, but nah, man, you don't do that during the day. What, you like it warm?
I sleep in a 75-degree waterbed.
Oh, heck with that. Nah, I never liked water beds.
Oh, I love them.
So weird. The only thing I'll give them is you never get that indentation into the bed.
No.
That's their best quality.
We both cock our heads and notice his picture changed.
I thought it was upside down though.
Yeah, that's him with his sniper airsoft.
Yeah, my buddy's airsoft rifle. If it's the image that I think keeps loading up.
Yeah, I
Oh
thought
yeah,
that
I
was
see
yours.
it on the screen in the background. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
anytime.
my buddy had an airsoft rifle collection, and I thought that sniper rifle was the coolest because you can like shoot through the window and hit someone on the other side of the glass and still leave quite a mark. So it's like, all right, give me a pose with this. Did like a suburban sniper. I was actually looking out his window, but then he's like, I'm gonna just take this picture and then get the fuck away from my window before the cops come storming this place.
Well, like Alex says, he's got a airsoft that has a muzzle velocity of 500 feet per second.
No, they start getting pretty crazy. I know like the military, they do a lot of training now with battery operated metal BB shooting airsoft rifles, so it feels pretty darn realistic if you get shot.
Yeah.
And that's their tactical training is so you're actually getting shot, and that's how you're learning to avoid being shot.
Yeah, you
Avoid being
know what just
shot.
happened? Don't do that.
Next time you're gonna bleed a lot more profusely.
Yeah, I've been shot with the BB gun a couple times. It doesn't feel too good.
My dad told me stories of him and my cousin. They were about, I think he was 4 years younger or something like that. But they would have BB gun fights. It was like a 4 pump. You could only go to 4 pumps, and just nail each other. Like no headshots. Nothing like upper body, just lower body only, and like nail them in the butt and all that stuff.
Jeez.
Nah, I don't think I've ever done that.
You haven't lived. No, I'm kidding.
Heck with that.
No, I remember the craziest kind of thing I've ever done along shooting things at somebody that's your friend is one 4th of July, me and my buddy got super drunk, and I'm talking like teenage years drunk.
That's when the good ideas come up.
We had just gone over the border to Wisconsin because Minnesota was like, we can't do any good fireworks. If it bangs, it's illegal. So we went over and spent like $200-300 just across the border into Wisconsin. Got all these cool, bottle rockets and Europa rockets and like the M80s and a few Roman candles. And so after we got drunk, he thought, oh, this will be a great idea. So for some odd reason, we ended up stripping down to our boxers and running around this cul-de-sac out in the country, shooting each other with Roman candles.
I've heard of that. Or bottle rockets, where you just aim them at people and
Uh,
let them.
no, I thought that was a fun idea until my sister, she took a bottle rocket to the face by one of her friends and got like burns all along her ear and had to get like skin grafts and stuff because it stuck to her ear, just kept burning and then blew up. So I was like, yeah, we won't do that one.
Yeah. And for all you millennials, this is why there's so many rules about doing dumb things like this, because we all did that back in the day.
And that's usually why when the older people are telling you, even though I'm not technically, an old person, like the stuff my dad tells me not to do that I don't listen to, but usually we have the experience from doing it ourselves. If we're warning you, there's
Yeah.
probably a reason, but you'll probably learn for yourself, just like we did.
Not just a reason, a good reason.
Uh,
So how come the chat slowed down?
Because Chad left.
Yeah,
yeah,
but RG was out there, and Alex, I replied to your message, so hopefully you get that. Google doesn't work right for my sending a message through YouTube. That's what I meant to say. So I don't know if I'm going to get that or not.
What, the YouTube Messenger
oh
or the
no,
Google Plus Messenger?
But
I
when
got,
you send a message through YouTube, it doesn't get to me.
I'm gonna be jostling here for a second. I gotta charge my tablet. She's a dying.
Nice. Are you going to make a video of that, Paula?
I thought you were talking to me. I was like, do I need to make a video of charging my tablet? This is how the cord goes in the USB slot.
Oh, people will be so informed.
Uh,
Wait, it goes in there? Oh, man. No wonder my tablet's been dying.
yeah. Uh,
Busy working on my hot sauce labels. Interesting.
And not making a video of it. And Susan's transplanting baby seedlings. Are they contest baby seedlings? You hear baby? You can like hop in my lap.
I just had to make sure his friend wasn't dying, heard him yelling at a video game. I'm not to the point of transplanting babies yet. Give me another week or so and I'll get to that point.
I didn't even put any seeds down yet.
Well, I
hoping to put
planted,
seeds shortly.
I've got the dozen or so ahis, 8 others, and then I have 19 pak choys.
Wait,
Okay.
you dropped them on Sunday and they're up now on Thursday, Wednesday? Or are you just moving them? No, she said baby seedlings. I'm confused.
You asked if it was the contest seeds. Maybe she's talking about the contest seeds just got dropped on Sunday.
Yeah, and she said they're Kang's X, but that would be X with MOA Scotch Bonnet, so that would be a Scotch Bonnet, right? So that could be in a contest. Wasn't that one of them? Am I
Yeah.
thinking wrong? No, Scotch Bonnet, right? I remember thinking like there's only like two that I could get in. One was a Scotch Brain, I think, and I can't get in that, but it was Scotch Bonnet and the Naga.
Well, there she answered your question. No contest seedlings yet. I just dropped those.
Right?
So those must be the ones that you dropped on Sunday. But too bad I can't enter my MOA Scotch Bonnet. I mean, it's coming up on 3 years old.
Ah, gotcha. His crosses aren't in there.
Well, speaking of King, Dave has. I can't wait to try that powder that he's got. That's the mix of King's peppers. That should be interesting.
Was it the? I didn't think it was the mix of Kang's peppers.
Well, he's got two. The $8 one is the Crimson whatever. Then
No,
he
that
had the $15 one that was the limited run of King's. Mix of King's peppers powders.
yeah, the Crimson was the only one I was thinking of.
Yeah. So he's sending me both of those, and yeah, hopefully they'll be here tomorrow.
It'll be a fun live stream on Friday.
Oh yeah.
I think he got Friday and Monday mixed up, but I'm gonna have to try them out on a few different things and see how they go.
Oh no, it depends. Hey, if you want to see a Friday live stream, just throw a thumbs up down below. Leave a comment.
No, 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 no.
You know that if he's sending it to you and he's sending it to me, that it's probably going to get there about the same time.
Ooh.
So if it was Friday, like I would be, just as not wanting it to happen as you.
Yeah, because he said he sent on Monday afternoon, so
Okay, why?
the priority boxes usually take 2 days to get here, 3 days.
Why? Why, God? Why? Susan's got thumbs up. Oh, man. We'll go live if you can make it and be on with us Friday, Susan. How's that? Rob likes that one. He's like, oh, man, the odds are in my favor all of a sudden. Monday it is.
Yeah, Monday. Oh, the fun things, the fun things.
Usually.
So I'm debating on how many plants of each type I should try and grow this year.
As many as you can. Oh, was that a real
We
question?
just need 3 little walkways in the shop.
Yeah.
3 walkways, I believe that equates to like 96 plants. If I remember my math correctly,
Well, it depends on whether or not we leave the tables in or not. Because if we run a line of buckets along the wall and another one up from there, and then a walkway, and then another line of buckets around the back of the couch, and a walkway around the front of the couch, we could probably get 100 and some in there.
Yeah, I was going to say, okay, 212. Boiling point of water. Sounds like a good even number.
I think Devin would go nuts.
Give me
Okay,
something to do every day.
286.
I know.
310?
You're going the wrong way.
4. 400.
Oh, just 4? I heard 4. You know, so we have 4 in there already. In fact, we have 5.
Oh, we got to kill one. Scorpion it is. No, if I
Goodbye, he snip.
If I were to dump any of them, I would probably dump the MOA Scotch bonnet, just for the simple fact that that's the only plant right now that has mysteriously reoccurring aphids that I cannot get rid of. And like, I'll get rid of them for the day, but then 2 days later, it's like the whole plant. You'll find them here, there, and everywhere, and you got to cut 3 or 4 branches off. But none of the other plants, no issues, nothing. Just all of a sudden on the MOA, they started reappearing recently, and it's odd.
Don't know.
So if we get some good MOAs going, we might make that one go the way of the dodo.
I keep paying attention to JT's videos. Eventually, he's gotta find the cure for getting rid of aphids. It's been like 2 years now.
I feel like if you water it with gasoline and then throw a match in the bucket,
That could work.
usually that.
But don't let the gasoline like soak too far into the soil. You gotta like really light it right quick.
Right? Well, because see, then you get the bonus of fire roasted peppers.
I don't think Rob thinks this is gonna work. I sense some doubt coming from that side.
Just do this little experiment outside.
Sounds like it makes sense to me.
Do it outside and with my own plants.
Just keep a fire extinguisher around, but I'm really thinking it's not gonna work if you actually have to use it. Just throwing
Well,
that
just
out.
think the Hungarian wax would only take a teaspoon of gas. That would light it up real quick, and I don't think there'd be much for bugs left after that.
I don't
I
think there'd
hear
be
a
much left
video
for
in the
plants.
making coming on.
Ah,
Will that be out tomorrow or the next day, Rob? By the
no.
way, subscribe to Rob's channel so you can see this video.
No.
Aphid army versus homemade flamethrower.
I put a little gasoline in a pump sprayer, pump that thing up.
That could work.
Do not do that, kids.
No.
Why
That
are
was
you
a joke.
up? Yeah, why are you even up? It's way too late. In bed by now.
They're watching the replay at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, okay. Then give a thumbs up, kids. Yeah. Throw idea. Make your own video.
No. No.
Obviously, that was a joke.
I know. But let's just reiterate. That was just a joke.
It was a joke because kids aren't allowed to pump gasoline, so they can't get gasoline, and they can't buy a pump sprayer because they don't have any money.
Well, I mean,
None of those scenarios will ever happen in their parents' garage where there might be a pump sprayer and gasoline.
here's a safer alternative, children. Just fill your super soaker full of hot sauce and spray your friend.
right,
Hey, that would be a good one.
right in the face like mace. Oh my god. No, just spray your taco.
Yeah, exactly.
then
Disguise
film
your
it
squirt
because-
gun to look like a real pistol and just pull it out in Taco Bell like.
But make sure you film it because we love watching people eat hot stuff.
Oh.
Oh, hang on one second. I'll be right back.
That could be interesting, getting a hot sauce dispenser, general shape of a pistol, but not actually looking like one where you're going to scare someone. Have it like clear glass or something, and pull the trigger back to open it up, and you dump it out, or pull the hammer back, open it up, close the hammer back up, and eat. That would be an expensive bottle to make, but it could be fun.
You
I don't want to do
pull
it,
the
though.
trigger to squirt individual applications, and then you pop the clip and refill it with clip-shaped bottles of hot sauce.
That could be fun. And I'm surprised people don't put like hot sauce in pump dispensers. And mind you, that was a joke. I'm just thinking, walk up to your tacos, pump, pump, pump. Look, Mom, no mess. Look, Mom, they're burning my face off. I mean, it's hot. It could be fun. Okay, Paula's peach pain labels are done. So Paula's peach pain has probably got okay. Paula, how about explaining it to us?
Lots of peaches. Plenty of pain.
Yeah, but peach from what? A peach ghost?
Just regular peaches with some scorpion pepper in it.
That's why I'd like a Sugar Rush peach and Jay's peach ghost scorpion, of course. Okay. So yeah, yeah, they're a bit on the hot side. That could be interesting. Huh. It'd be a little outside of my heat range, I think.
Yeah.
And one peach California Reaper from my neighbor. Cool.
Gets the job done, I suppose.
Now the question is, how big of a batch was it? I'm just thinking if it was a full Reaper in like a 7-ounce bottle, that would be really, really hot. But if it was in a quart or a gallon, then that would be a little more realistic, but still it'd be really hot. Okay, so a quart. That, yeah. Okay, that's still going to be hot.
There you go, Rob.
Oh, no.
There you go. Send Rob some. He will
Oh,
try
no.
it on air live.
No, no,
It'll
no, no,
probably
no,
get
no.
He lives for this kind of stuff.
deferred to me.
Yeah, I think yeah, I would grab the camera and say, "Here, Devin, try this," and he'd look at it and say, "What is it?" Some hot sauce. You're gonna like it. Then he'll turn around and walk away because he knows better than to listen to me saying something like that.
It's got Sugar Rush Peach.
Yeah, yeah, and the JPGS is Jay's Peach Go Scorpion, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and then one peach California Reaper.
Gee.
All of that into 1 quart of Paula's Peach Pain. That's going to be, or is, a hot sauce, or a
It's going
hotter
to be
sauce.
peachy and painy.
That's why I was throwing so many Sugar Rush. Well, that and they came up. So there's that.
Glad they came up.
Ooh,
And some garlic and honey. Well, the garlic is a nice added thing, and the honey helps take the heat away a little bit, people say.
you'll be fine, Rob.
Oh, no. Devin will be fine.
So he thinks.
Huh?
Said so you think.
Yeah, so I know. You pickled a bunch of those ahis, didn't you?
I think so. They should have been sitting since last Monday.
Okay.
I just threw a wrench at Susan.
Throw a wrench at her?
Yep.
I was hoping to hear some more about the sauce.
You did. Sugar Rush Peach, Jay's Peach Coast Scorpion, California Reaper, and Garlic and Honey. I believe what he's trying to say is he really wants to try the sauce. Oh, sorry, Rob. I gotta interpret it for you.
No, 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 no.
He really wants to drink one bottle live on air.
Absolutely. A whole bottle?
No, 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 no,
That
no.
will be very interesting, but I wouldn't have to go that far.
I'll do half if you do half, Rob.
I know.
Oh, that sounds fun.
What does what mean?
She's wondering why I said I threw a wrench at her because now you have a wrench next to your name.
Oh, okay.
Now you're a moderator here, too. You're just a moderator everywhere.
And Paula's saying it's even fermented. That makes oh yeah.
Exactly. See, Paul said it. Paul summed it up for you, Susan. No offense to everybody else. If I've known you that long, I would have thrown a wrench at you.
Some people's kids.
Usually.
Why do people always say that when they're talking about me?
I say that about everybody, so that's just it. My mother used to say that about me all the time.
Both of my parents said that about me. And it was usually about like, blah, 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 about your mother's kid. My mom would be like, about your dad's kid. Yeah, I was a fun kid to have. Always getting into fun adventures.
I'm going to leave that one alone.
I used to do things like step on glass and have to go get like 14 stitches. Or learning to ride my bike and busting my skull open on the curb.
I never did that. I was always really good when it came to that. Oh, there you go. Perfect.
Look at Paula's last comment.
Yeah, perfect for Rob.
Oh, and I removed the seeds
was
for the hot sauce, so it won't be hot.
Worried about it being hot. Now, see, there you go. Proof that it won't be that hot. Okay,
yeah.
Rob's back on. He's ready to go ahead and try some of that live on air.
But you left all the placenta in because that's a nice cooling effect, right?
It's almost sacrilege to remove the placenta.
I know it.
Part of the pepper.
You leave it in so it's cooler.
Exactly.
And you take the seeds out because they're too hot.
Yeah, you got to remove those seeds. You got to save them.
Oh, I take the seeds out because I don't want to crunch them.
I really don't like eating a pod with seeds in it. That being said, how many times, the last like 4 live streams we've done, I've ate a Sugar Rush peach and didn't de-seed it. But no, I think that. What's that?
I said probably.
Yeah, same here. I gave away a ton of Sugar Rush. They're actually one of my most valuable seeds, too. Well, to me.
I take my seeds and put them in a 3x3 Ziploc bag, and my ahis fill at least half of one of those bags. My ahi lemon drop seeds. I have so many that I stopped saving them. I just put them in the powder and grind them up with everything else.
I'm getting low on seeds here, but I got, what is this? 2-ounce container. It's just a little tiny bit of seeds in there for Sugar Rush. But I got an entire thing of poblano.
So Susan says I'm not growing them this season, but we'll grow the SRR. What's SRR?
Sugar Rush Red.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I've not grown them, only peach. I've tried with the ahi pineapple and failed. I tried with the ahi, or no, ahi pineapple. I had like 8 pods off of the entire plant. Ahi lemon drop completely failed, didn't get 1 pod.
I thought mine was relatively easy to grow.
They can be. The one thing I noticed with ahis, they don't really, unless you have a lot of time, they don't like being topped. And that was my biggest problem I did last year was I topped every pepper that I had, including the ahi lemon drops, the ahi pineapples, and I think they just took so long to actually come back around that by then it was the end of the season. They were just like, oh, just throw off a pot or two. But I really wish I wouldn't have topped them last year. I don't think I topped any pepper this year. Or no,
You know, it's strange. I have never topped a pepper. You know, it kind of bugs me to do it, but yet I don't have a problem going through and cutting full branches and that kind of stuff off. So explain that one.
yeah, it's kind of the same thing.
I know. That's why I say explain that one because topping them, I don't do it, but I don't have an issue. Oh, cut that branch off. Well, that one's looking bad. To cut it off, it'll grow back. You know, but I don't cut the tops of the trees. Yeah.
I don't know. Don't get in the habit of doing it because it's so addicting. Like I said, I was like, I have like 2 reapers. I'll top one of them and not the other. And like a week later, I'm topping the other. And then like, oh, I got a couple Sugar Rush Peach, and I'll only top one. And then like a week later, I top the other one. And I mean, it was such an addiction. When you see that new growth just start popping back up, and it just starts, I don't know, like I don't know, it feels like you have one growth that's going, but then you top it, and now you have like 4 or 5 growths that now start taking over, and it feels like they really start growing better, but I don't know. I think the delay sometimes, I mean, like I said, if you have time, go for it, but the delay sometimes will screw you up. Like I wouldn't recommend JT just normally starting seeds and then top them.
Yeah, and taking into consideration, I just started those seeds, well, end of October for next growing season. I'm 2 months ahead of my normal schedule. 3 months, because normally I start mid-February.
Wow, that's really late. My thing is always like New Year's. Like if I don't have seeds started by New Year, that's why I like the Pepper Lovers contest because it always tells me like November 1st, and I'm always like, oh wait, yeah, no, we're still growing outside, but I really should throw some in the ground. Not in the ground, in cups,
Yeah.
cells, whatever.
Well, I thought I was setting really early this year, and now, yep. So hopefully I get some good plants. But like I was telling Devin earlier today, I want to bring a whole bunch of them into the shop and let them grow and see how they do over the winter. Especially the ahis because he likes to pick them and eat them.
More or less.
How I am with the Sugar Rush Peach. I love those things.
Yeah. But I don't know what was with that cayenne Monday night, but it seemed hotter than a normal cayenne was.
That's my special cayennes, Rob.
Oh, they're the dragon whatever strain. I don't know if those are supposed to be hotter.
I've been mixing scorpion pepper into the water when I water that.
That was the Dragon Cayenne?
Yeah. Are they supposed to be hotter than a regular cayenne?
I don't know.
Me either.
The one I grew last year was the most productive thing I've ever seen. I mean, I must have had like 200 pods off of that thing, easy. Gotcha, Aaron.
Well, this plant is only like 2 feet tall, and it's gave me 4 pods, or gave us 4 pods, I should say. It has another one on it. So
Yeah, but we had to cut it back just like the other one, so it's coming back pretty nicely, I would say. It was the first one to get pods, and the first one to have anything picked off of it. I
yeah,
think it was one of the last few to actually be trimmed.
And yes, there was a wrench thrown, Aaron.
yeah. The cayenne went down to just about nothing for a while there. I stopped showing it in the videos because it looked so bad. And then once I started coming back up, now I can show it again. I know, I'm hiding my mistakes, but it really wasn't a mistake. I was thinking it was going to pass away.
I was gonna
And I
say,
hate watching a plant give up the ghost.
just throw that out there. Everybody loves fail videos.
In hindsight, I should have, but yeah, we had a lemon drop plant in there that in like 5 months maybe grew an inch. And finally gave up on that one too.
That's
Yeah,
how
that one
my
wasn't
ahi
dead, but
lemon drops were. Just took forever. It didn't do anything. It was like this tall after like 5 months of growing.
And what did you say, Devin?
I was gonna say that was the one that we were talking about, one of the last live shows, where it would grow and then it would fall off all the leaves and then it would grow some more and it would lose all its leaves and then it would grow some more. It was never a great plant to begin with. It was one that was donated to us. That was the one that originally we believed caused all the fly issues. And so I was just like, we're throwing out a few other plants. Let's just dump this guy too. Not worth it.
Yeah, back behind the shop, there's a small vacant lot area. We go and dump all the dirt in there. It gets spread out through the rain and that kind of stuff. So it eventually, clears out and the weeds will grow better next year.
Next year it'll be our own little personal pepper garden.
Yeah, I wish. Well, now that the kids upstairs are gone, that could be a reality, actually.
I was just thinking all the corpses and different random pods that were still kind of green that were left on plants and stuff that were just tossed out there next year are going to regrow.
I don't think you want to say corpses when you're talking about pods.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It kind of sounds bad.
Well, you go to take and pull one off.
Well, there's corpses we buried in that back lot, that extra dirt.
Well, you go to
That's
pull a
why I
pepper.
guess I was. Go ahead, Rob.
I was going to say, well, when you go to pull a pepper off and the pepper splits while the stem is still on there, you just chopped its head off, so it's a dead body. Throw it out in the vacant lot.
Well, I was going to say, yeah, at least I was trying to verify that it was a pepper of some sort that we were throwing out there. But I mean, technically, if you only use like, you know, let's say you wanted to use the peel on a potato for some reason and you threw away the inside, you're throwing away its carcass.
Yeah.
I don't know. This really sounds like the throes of a guilty soul here. Sounds like you got something to hide there.
I'm a serial killer. I killed Tony Lucky Charms and the silly rabbit.
There's lots of things that you could actually call a corpse. What's up? Sundays-ish? Say that right?
Looks like it. ZZ. He's doing it again.
It's probably getting to my time to call it an evening since I get to go and open the shop tomorrow. Get on
Well, wait,
bug patrol.
wait for a couple more minutes till I get back, right?
Fine.
That way Res isn't sitting here by himself.
I see how it is. I
I'll
can
be
do
right back.
that, I suppose.
He's like, no, you'll be fine. You're supposed to open it up. You know, you might not get a lot of sleep, but it's fine. I'll
No,
be
I don't care. At least it's not like it's super late that or super early. I mean that I have to open up the store. It's at least like normally I think it's 11 now with since we changed the hours. So I mean I get to sleep somewhat, but I also have to be up at like 8 o'clock usually to try and get the kid ready for school and all that fun stuff associated with being a father.
Oh, yeah, kids are fun. Always
So
interrupting that sleep and
I'm sure you know how it is having a furry child.
no, she doesn't wake me up at all. She is very
Really?
tolerant. If I want to sleep until 3 in the afternoon, she is right there with me, and that sounds like a good plan to her too.
Hmm.
Nah, she's like me. Well, I guess I shouldn't say that because I already got up to go to the bathroom. But I was gonna say she's like me. She's got a pretty daggone good bladder. She'll hold it for as long as you need to.
It's always nice. That's kind of the thing with the bigger dogs too. They have that capability, unlike little old Murphy.
Oh yeah, he's got like a little pea-sized bladder, the
Your
size of this
dog's
dog.
bladder is the size of Murphy.
Yeah, look at the size of this dog's head. It's gigantic. Look, like the size of my head.
Yeah, I'm trying to work myself up to where I'm not going to severely regret eating a chocolate Scotch bonnet on the show.
Nah, you'll be fine with that.
No,
It's
because
not that
like
bad. I eat worse
I
than that
do,
already.
I do like 1 or 2 pinches of chocolate Scotch bonnet powder to food, and I'm like, yep, I can feel that.
Yeah, but that's probably like a pinch of Scotch bonnet powder. That's probably like what half of like a quarter of a pod or something like that. Because you got to think it's like
Maybe,
all dried up and then dehydrated, dried up, ground up, and everything. A lot less mass.
maybe. I don't know. I'll have to give it a shot one of these days. See how much I regret it.
Well, that being said, I don't like any chocolate pods. I think they're pretty gross. They just like all of them. They just seem to be like bitter. I don't know.
See,
Maybe it's no. I was gonna
uh,
say like maybe it's like that chocolate profile that everybody talks about, but no, I swear that's just bitterness. And then they're like, oh yeah, it's kind of like chocolate. But I mean, I don't like chocolate, but I don't see any aspect of chocolate in a chocolate pod. I just see them as bitter.
I mean, they're kind of brownish.
Oh no, they look like chocolate, but I don't see any aspect of like when you eat them, like it's like, oh yeah, like the creaminess of the milk chocolate or anything like that. There's nothing relatable with chocolate. It's just no, that one was kind of bitter and it was brown, so they call it chocolate, I guess.
Well, no, like when we did the pickle challenge, um, I don't know if it was just what it was, but it seemed like, yeah, I kind of wimped out because I know my limits. But that anything after like the Pickers Gill really started to taste like it just instantly rotted the pickles. Like it was sweet pickle relish on a hot day on a hot dog cart sitting in the middle of the park scent is how it tasted. Anything once you started hitting like the 300,000 plus range, which was really odd.
What did I miss?
Everything, all the trash we were talking about you.
Oh,
So don't rewatch this later.
yeah, it was so heavy. Really got into it.
Uh,
For some reason, I don't find that hard to believe.
Ooh, us?
Oh, you could be talking about me in such a wonderful way. It doesn't have to be a negative way that you're talking about me.
Oh, it was
you're just
like
like,
yeah, it was really positive. Really positive.
yeah, like how we positively think you should eat some of that hot sauce.
Yeah, that's a positive thing. Positively thinking that, yeah. I don't think it's going to happen, but it's a good thought.
Uh,
As I roll my eyes and look the other way,
It should happen.
this much is true. But the odds of it happening are very low. We'll keep it that way. Yeah, that sauce that they were talking about earlier, I don't think I'd ever want to try that stuff. What was the name of that stuff again?
something peach pain.
Oh, Paula's Pain?
No, the one that he did the review on.
That I did?
No, what's his name? I forget who.
Oh,
I can
Charles?
find it here.
Yeah, Charles.
Which one? The Exorciso or
Yeah,
the
that one.
Last Dab?
Yeah, the last dab. Or that. I don't think I'd want to try either of those.
But yeah, the Exorciso or whatever, that one's supposed to be a lot hotter. So yeah, you'd probably want to do the Last Dab first. So everybody, send Rob a bottle of
No.
the Last Dab at P.O. Box blah blah blah, Minnesota.
No. No.
Do it live on camera.
I would do a teaspoon of that if you did a quarter cup of it.
Oh, me or Rev.
What is that, man?
Okay, a tablespoon of it.
Seems like a waste. A tablespoon versus a teaspoon. That's not that bad. Well, I mean, the only thing that I find wrong with that, if we're talking about the Last Dab, that stuff costs like $20 a bottle, so that's a big waste just just for like, hey, I did some.
Yeah.
Like if we both had a bottle of that, it'd be like, hey, just get a little tiny on a toothpick. Don't waste it. Whoa, did you drop some? What are you doing?
Pull, lick it up quick.
That's part of the challenge. You gotta lick that off the carpet.
It's like carrying a little bottle of Buffalo Wild Wings blazing sauce around with you and squirting 4 or 5 drops in your mouth at a time multiple times a day to get used to the heat of it.
Yeah, I remember you doing that.
Never
Yeah.
had stuff.
Huh?
I've never had that stuff.
The new formula has ghost pepper in it, and it's hotter than the old formula. And I was doing it with the old formula. And I have a bottle of the new formula at the shop,
Oh, I'll have to try that.
sitting right on the door of the fridge on the top.
That's what I meant to mention about the one chip challenge on Monday. They did rearrange the recipe, and it's supposedly a lot hotter this year than it was last year. Yeah, and that's well, at least coming from people on YouTube that I've watched that did it last year and then did it again this year. Like all of them are saying, nah, that's a lot hotter.
Well, there you go, Rob.
There must not be enough people creating or growing the peppers and selling it to them in powder form to keep the production up. Because this is what, the second or third time they've been out of stock. And every time they go out of stock, the price goes way up on them.
I've never been able to get one. Last year when it came out, I immediately tried to buy them. They were sold out. I emailed them and was like, "Hey, I got a YouTube channel," like trying to pull that, angle. Like, "Hey, I'm totally gonna do it on video. Like, why don't you just hook me up with one?" And they're like, "Yeah, really glad that you got in contact with us. We'll have more later." And then they never came out with any more until this year. And then this year, I didn't even want to email them.
Now, just think, if you could turn your whole greenhouse around to grow nothing but reapers and dried them all, you could sell all of that to them, and then they could take all of that powder and make all the more chips for all the more people.
So that I can still not get any.
So you
But
can
no.
still not get any.
That would be great, but I am really horrible at growing reapers. This is 0 for 0. I grew 2 last year out of 2 plants. They were both on the same plant. This year, I still have a stick over there in the window. Still no pods.
I haven't tried reapers yet. I figured scorpions were the hottest and needed to go. And then I went and got chocolate bootleg seeds.
Yeah, I just goes back to my opinion on chocolate, but
yeah, but they're so cool looking.
Yeah, well, so are chocolate marugas, but I grew them last year. I don't have any desire to grow them anymore. I sent all my seeds to Brother Troll. I was like, have fun. Go nuts with them.
Oh, Paula's saying, oh, talk to another friend I gave a reaper to that I forgot about. And she said she was able to harvest some off of hers.
Sweet.
Or some off hers.
Gives me hope. Mine's indoors, so I've got as much time as it has, so hopefully I'll get some pods. But I trimmed it back. It's taken its sweet time coming back. I trimmed that Mako Cuckoo. That thing came back with a vengeance. There's just offshoots everywhere all over that thing. The Reaper, nah, there was like one little crotch. It just like popped off a couple leaves. Another one down low, just a couple leaves, and that's it. It's just like a stick sticking out of a cup, out of a basil container.
Jesus.
Paula moved hers inside. Just put it under some lights today. Cool.
Sweet. Out of the greenhouse? Yeah, because that was, like a month ago you were talking about greenhouse.
Well, that's one thing about growing in the shop. It stays relatively the same temperature, same light all the time. You know, you can see by the scorpion how that's going, and well, the Scotch bonnet and the goat too. Devin, go to bed.
I probably should.
You got to get up in the morning.
Alrighty. See you later, everyone.
Have a good night.
Time.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah,
But before you go, you should plug your channel.
Yeah, tell everybody how they can subscribe.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'll put a link in the description, but besides that, go ahead and tell them.
Oh, you're gonna put a link then? All right. More or less, Devin G is the name of the channel. I'm supposed to have a video coming out here within, probably put it on after I get off here, just so that it's ready. But that's my procrastination video, more or less. I did my ahi lemon drop, the remains of it at least, and then my flower. This was like 2-3 weeks ago, was my last video I was making of them, but decided to do another one today before I threw out the corpses of the plants. So that one should be coming up. Otherwise, yeah, you can kind of watch the rise and fall of those. Hoping to just make some random videos. Otherwise, you'll occasionally see me in some of Rob's shop videos, hiding around in some of the plants, like a weirdo.
Or some pickle challenges.
Yeah, that too.
The wild Devin appears.
Catch me on RevToast TV on some of the live shows every now and then.
Yeah. I'll
Cool.
throw a link to his channel down below in the description.
Yeah, take care, everyone.
Take it easy, man.
Yep. Have a good night.
Paula said she's out too. Susan says she's out too.
All right, Paula. Have a good night.
And Alex says he's out too.
Have a good night, Susan. Talk to you later, Alex. Talk to you later, Susan.
I'm going to check out that Jeep channel, Paula. Totally got my attention grabbed with that one.
Peace out.
Says they are out too.
Ah, okay, Alex. We misunderstood Alex.
Oh, gotcha.
Well, it is getting close to that 3-hour mark, so.
Is it? It's getting close, yeah.
That's what I said. It's getting close. Ah.
Last time totally crept up on me. You were like, oh, maybe we should get out of here. And I'm like, why? And I looked at the clock. I'm like, holy cow, we're like almost 4 hours in.
Yeah.
You don't have to word it better, Alex. We'll still misinterpret it. Wait, that wasn't a word.
It's all fun. So on the way back, I saw this other set of headphones, and I thought, well, I'll try them because the other ones are starting to hurt my ears. These ones go inside, and without changing any settings, my own voice is blowing my ears out. I don't know if these ones are that much better or the other ones are that much worse.
Like they're more sensitive?
Yeah, and putting out a lot more volume. The other ones are airplane freebie ones.
Oh, just like earbuds, where the ones talking about that you have now, they're the ones that actually like get wedged into your ear canals that I cannot wear.
Yeah.
I've never been able to wear them. They're so uncomfortable.
Well, the other ones, they fit just perfect, but they start putting pressure on. So that gets to be a bit much.
Fine with the earbuds, they would like sit like inside the ear, like kind of resting there. But if you like moved at all, it would like just fall out of your ear, and like, it was just kind of sitting in. But those ones that you're talking about, no, those ones actually like wedge into your ear canal.
Yeah.
Make noise when you do that.
Yeah, because they're going quite far. They're nice and comfortable compared to the other ones, but man, are they loud. If I turn the gain down on the... No, that's not changing it. Interesting. Yep, she's having a dream.
Girl.
All the fun stuff. So I think we're going to cut it at 3 hours today. What do you think?
That sounds fine.
Yeah. Especially since you're not eating any peppers and I'm not eating any.
No. I have no plans anyway.
Yeah. Well, those ahi lemon drops, Devin really loves those. He'll get a bag of them. I'll give him a bag's worth. And he'll go sit out on the back step of the apartment building and sit there and just eat them one after the other. And one of his neighbors came up, and different nationality to the south. I don't want to say it derogatory or anything like that, but guy thought he could eat some hot stuff and says, "Oh, those hot?" And Devin says, "Yeah, they're not too bad." And he says, "Oh, can I have one?" And he says, "Sure." So Devin hands him one. He takes half a pepper in one bite. Just about started crying. He said it hurt him so bad he took off heading for the milk. Came back a little while later. How can you eat those things like this? Crunch. Yeah, it's hard to get Devin to react bad to a pepper. When he got that ghost pepper the one time, that was the only time I saw him really react. We can do a midnight seed giveaway. Hey, huh?
It was midnight an hour ago here.
Yeah, that's in 6 minutes for me. Ah.
Okay, 54 minutes ago.
Ah, but I'd say this has been a quite the interesting call. And I was wondering if Alex had sent me back a notice, but I don't see any. So I'll back away from the camera and smile. Ah. All right. Well, we should call it a night. So I don't think you need to plug your channel since everybody knows where you're at. Haha, joke, joke.
I'm here. My channel's down below. Subscribe. Thumbs up. Rob's channel will be in the description, same as Devin's. Once we're done, I'll throw it in the description. But in the meantime, ROBB space Z. That is Rob's channel. And you want to take a shot at Devin's channel? I'm always horrible with that. He said Devin G, but it's not just, or no, YouTube it is Devin G, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Google Plus, it's something else.
He changed his YouTube name to Devin G because there are too many other people called Little Red.
Oh, sweet.
There's like 30, 40 people that are called Little Red, and they're all in the rapping tape industry.
Sweet. Well, Alex said that they sent you a YouTube message and a Google Plus message. So
yeah, I got the one from Google Plus and replied to it, but the one going to my email address where YouTube sends, I did not get one. For some reason, YouTube doesn't send it through. On the Google Plus, I replied to it and put in my correct email address, so you can get it from there. And if you send from there, from regular email to that email address, then I'll get it, and then we can talk about sending you something.
and with the YouTube message, you actually have to go to your dashboard, click on comments, then click on messages, and then click on no, I'm thinking of sent messages, but no, if you click on messages, you should see if you got any. And for some reason, back in the day, they would send you a notification saying you got a message, but lately they do not.
So where do you find dashboard?
Let me see. I don't know. I'm always on my dashboard, so
Yeah, because I have my channel, Creator Studio, switch account, sign out, and then settings and that kind of stuff.
yeah, if you click in the top left button there where it brings down a window for YouTube, and you can click on my channel, click on that, and then you should be able to click on my videos, I believe. Hang on, let me try that.
Yeah, I click on my channel and it goes to my home channel. That's where I was.
Channel. Let me see here. Okay, yeah. Oh, I guess Creator Studio. That should do it.
No, that's the video editing stuff. I
No,
think.
Creator Studio. That'll take you to my videos, and then from there, just go down a little bit and go to Community on the left there, and that will bring you to your comments. And then in the comments, on the menu on the left, there's one for messages, and then you click on that one. That'll actually take you to your messages.
Oh, isn't that interesting? I never knew that.
Yeah, the Creator Studio is like the new dashboard type thing, which I'm like completely addicted to always having my YouTube on there. I always have it
I
on
don't.
there. That way I could check like what the, basic analytics they have on there and all that stuff, what my regular video numbers are doing. But more than that, then I always have another one next to it, which is my subscriptions. That way I can just scroll through those things.
Okay, so this is why people haven't been able to get to me because I thought it sent it through to my Gmail account. And if I reply here, sorry for the typing noise. Why doesn't it tell me I have a message?
I don't know. It stopped doing that quite a while ago. And Alex says I can't find my messages on Google Plus. Now that you mention that, I don't remember how to do that either.
Well, on Google Plus, it just shows up.
Oh, because
But
Google Plus, it would be Hangouts. That's why.
well, yeah, this because the one that Alex sent, uh, oh, it's from Google Plus, but it says that um, subscribed. Yeah, or followed you on Google Plus. And I took and replied to that one. So hopefully that went through. But okay, I'm still here just saying night to Devin. It would be better next time, Alex. We can do midnight. I sent you a message. Can't find message on my Google Plus.
And there's their email address.
Okay, don't send anything else through the thingamadoohickey majigger. Because I got to try and figure out how to copy it out without copying it out. Sorry, this taking me so long. 666.
I'm not sorry. I love the inawkward pauses and like all the silence.
Alex Rustic 666 at hotmail.com. Okay, Alex, I'm not being rude. I just put in the subject line, this is Rob, and then I put in this text, just emailing. So I'm not being rude. I'm just getting my email address across.
Sweet.
And I just got a text notification, which means an email came in. And it says it failed. All right, so what did I do wrong? All right. This time I'm going to take and actually copy it out of there. And
Yeah, gotta love technology.
Yeah, so I took the mail delivery subsystem failure notice and just forwarded to the email address that was in the technology. Is so much fun. Yeah, the joys of technology. All right, let's check here.
I hear an email.
Yeah, and it's saying ALEX underscore RUSTICK 666 at, I'm not going to say the rest of it, um, has permanent errors. Oh, this time it doesn't. My mistake. I read the subject line. I forgot I didn't change it. Okay, so cool. All right, so I just wrote back, okay, cool. So you can take that address. Yeah, so you can take that address and send me a new email either tonight or tomorrow, and we can discuss this. Okay, but anyway, 5 minutes ago we said we were thinking about closing,
Yep.
and I see you put my name up there. Oh yeah.
That way everybody can subscribe to you. Now that we're about to go away, and that link will no longer be there.
Tell you, man, you got to get using the. Well, people can look in the description below when they watch the rerun. So
Yeah, it'll be in the description down below.
yep.
You subscribe up to Devin and to Rob. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and going live yet again. You want to see another live stream? Make sure you hit that thumbs up. Let me know in the comments down below, and we will catch y'all in the next live stream.
With one more reiteration, if you're interested in joining us, let Rev know. And if you want to get on here and gab with us straight up, it could be some fun. Let them know.
Yeah, just get up with me. Google Plus, Twitter, Instagram, whatever I respond to. As we found tonight, if you leave a YouTube message, you don't get a notification about it. So I have to actively go looking for it. But I have been doing that lately. So if you do send a message, I might find it. But yeah, if you want to come on and hang out with us, you're more than welcome. Got anything else, Rob?
No, let's go have some fun.
All right.
You know, I'm always happy that my peppers are coming back and they'll get pods all winter long again. So that always makes me happy.
And speaking of having fun, that's what we've just been doing. So if you missed out on that, make sure you hit the refresh button and watch it all over again. And we will catch y'all in the next live stream. So thanks for hanging out with us. We love you. Catch y'all in the next live stream.
Yep. Thanks, peoples.
You rock.